side. Still sitting in second place is the District 9 Region 1 St. Mary's, hot on their tail. The winner of this will basically solidify that 2 spot as long. It'll give them the opportunity to kind of control their own destiny the rest of the way. But, this is a big-time matchup up tonight, and, kind of second place is on the line.
Yeah, absolutely. DuBois really needs to step up and win this football game.
Yep, and it's no secret. The defense is tough. They're stingy. I'd like to see them continue to create some turnovers to give more opportunities for this offense. And who needs to find a way? The blueprint's out there. It's on film. What is DuBois going to do if their run is completely shut down? That's what happened to them last week against Punxsutawney. Same thing in Clearfield. They couldn't find a way to move the ball through the air and keep the chains moving.
Yeah, they have to spread the field out. They have to have a running game along with a little bit of a passing game in this football game today.
Yep, St. Mary's won the toss and elected to defer, and we are ready here for Week 7, a District 9 Region 1 matchup here. 2 4-2 teams going at it. High-stakes football game. Nathan Koger, Caden Clark back deep, and the kick is away. It's a liner taken by Clark at the 15, and his knee's down. So a miscue already for the Beavers, and a great call by the officials seeing that knee down.
Yeah, well, if you fielded the ball with his knee on the ground, you can't do that in high school football. Once your knee's down, you're down.
So a long drive awaiting the Beavers on their opening possession. That was Ben Paul doing the kicking duties for the Dutchmen. So here we go. What will this offense show us tonight? We know they like to run it. I think this offense is operating best, getting Henry downhill and getting Yale on the edge and opening up that passing game. Here we go. And it is Henry, the first call. He's going to bounce it outside. There goes Henry. Flips one tackle, gets near the 20.
Nice gain of 5 yards on that play. That'll bring up second down and 5.
Yep, solid gain on first down. We've talked about how important it is for this team to stay on schedule, stay ahead of the sticks. To offense not built to play behind the sticks.
No, absolutely not. We need to get our running game going like we did. That's a good positive yardage first down play.
Brendan Orr checking in the backfield. 2 receivers each side for Cameron Hayes. Sending Franz in motion, giving it to Orr up the middle. Orr finds some daylight off the left side around the first down marker.
That should be enough to move the chain.
And it looks like they are going to move the sticks. Going to be a first down for DuBois.
2 good plays to open up this drive for DuBois. Like to see them continue to have positive yardage down the field.
Yep, and doing it on the ground. This offense operates at its best when it can get that ground game going. Just opens up what they like to do. Like I said, getting Yale on the edge, or on the edge. He pounded inside with Henry. Also, those backs aren't afraid to run in between the tackles as well. And then we can get Hayes on the edge, and we can use his legs. Here we go. Once again, it's Henry. Henry gets what he can right up the middle. First back through, only a yard on the play. Stop was made by Eli Rippey, linebacker for St. Mary's. St. Mary's coming out in a 4-4 look here this evening.
He was hit right at the line of scrimmage, just fell through for a yard. So again, good positive, at least it's a positive on first down.
One thing you can expect from St. Mary's, and you're seeing it right now, they are bringing a lot of guys up towards the line of scrimmage. They're daring DuBois to throw the ball at them and beat them deep. 2 receivers each side on 2nd and 9. Franz coming in motion, left to right, the snap. They're going to set up the screen to Clark, and just nowhere doing St. Mary's all over it. Big fellas getting in there. Carter Price got there first, along with Waylon Wheeler. 3rd and long coming up for the Beavers.
No gain on that play. That'll bring up 3rd and 9. And again, just that quick screen, they were all over it.
3 receivers to the left. Clark singled to the right. 3rd down and 9. Flags are down. So let's see here. Yeah, waving off the flag, not sure.
I think it looked like he was counting players, so he might have thought originally there was 12 men on the field for one of the sides, but looked at the flag as he counted 11.
Nonetheless, no harm, no foul. Here we go, 3rd down and 9. Beavers opening drive of the game. We're scoreless here, 9:20 and counting. Hayes maybe changing the play. There's a snap, and it's fumbled. Hayes picks it up. Hayes looking. Hayes is in trouble, and he's going to get sacked. So not the start DuBois was looking for, a couple of miscues. Getting the St. Mary's crowd involved early, something to cheer for. It's going to bring out the punting unit and Garrett Nissel.
Yeah, he was in trouble. As soon as he picked up that football, there was nowhere to go with it. He rolled out to his left. Nobody open. He just took the sack.
Called a loss of 11 on the play. We're looking at about 4th and 21. Chadsley back deep along with Davis. Good snap to Nissel. Nissel gets a high booming kick away. Chadsley's back, and he's going to get hit before the ball gets there and draw a flag. So not good discipline there by DuBois. They did recover it, but that is 100% interference on the punt returner, and that'll be a 15-yarder.
All you could say it was a good tackle on that one, but it was a little bit too early.
Yep, got to have good awareness where you're at. Notice he didn't call for the fair catch. He still got to bury down there. So DuBois shooting themselves in the foot here early. But that defense is coming out, and a defense that has really been stout all year, been answering the bell, giving their offense plenty of opportunities.
Yes, it has. And with this offense, it's a decent running team. It's not a heavy run team, so hopefully DuBois can shut them down.
Yep, it is all Charlie Cotriot when you talk about the St. Mary's offense. He's going to throw it 30 to 40 times tonight, and he's going to use his legs. You know, he's their playmaker. He's their guy. He's what makes it all work. And DuBois is going to have their hands full with stopping him tonight. And he's number one for them. They did a great job of taking away Brookfield's number one weapon in Brady Kunzelman. And the following week, didn't do such a good job of taking down Zeke Bennett. Zeke Bennett kind of took that game over late. So here we go. We got the penalty yard sorted out. Ball is on the DuBois 30, just outside of the 36-yard line. So St. Mary's has set up a great field position here to start. Coming out, 2 receivers each side. For Cotriot in the gun. Sidecar to the right. Here's the snap. Cotriot rolling to his left in trouble, and he's going down. Ball's out, and DuBois recovers. We're going to see the call, and they're going to call it incomplete. Certainly not incomplete. Maybe he was down, but that should be a sack, John, if I'm mistaken.
There's no way that could be an incomplete pass. He wasn't trying to pass the ball. It's whether or not the ball was loose before his back hit the ground. I would say it's a decent call if it was down. But again, they're calling it an incomplete pass because they're putting it right back to the line of scrimmage.
Oh my goodness, they're really going to let them get away with this here. His knee was down.
His back was down.
The ball went backwards anyway. He didn't even make an attempt to throw the ball downfield. So how can that be ruled an incomplete pass? So they're talking about it now.
Together. The officials now are getting together to discuss this. There's no way that can be an incomplete pass.
Without a doubt, he should be on about the 45. We're front row right and center for that one, John. We were literally, that is right in our kitchen. That is what we're looking at directly in front of us. His knee was down. The ball came out late. After his knee was down, it should be a sack. About an 8-yard loss. Should have 2nd and 18 for St. Mary's here.
We actually now have a penalty. Now they're calling an intentional grounding.
Well, that makes more sense. Still not the right call, though, John.
No, it was either a sack or a fumble.
His knee was down when that ball came out, regardless if it was knocked out or he did attempt to throw the pass. It didn't appear to me that he was attempting to throw the ball downfield.
It didn't to me either. I think it was a sack.
His back was completely to the defense, so regardless, works out in DuBois' favor.
It's the same result, whether it's a sack or whether it's a fumble. Lost it down, and they had the down marker on.
Yeah, it is. Down. Yes, it is 2nd down. All right.
2nd down. But we're 2nd and 12.
Yep. Here we go. We're set up shop. 2nd down and 20. St. Mary's backed up. Carter Wilson was with the sack. Straight ahead, Davis. Davis is stacked up. Jari still got to him first. Correction, that's Justin Dornish, main ball carrier tonight. Dornish on the carry. Dornish, no gain. Big jaw on the stop.
Yeah, 3rd and 20. Yep, so no stop or no gain on the play. A good stop by DuBois defense, and that's what they need to do. They need to stop the run.
Garrett Nissel, Landon Schrock are your starting ends. Jari Stowe, Zach Gallagher in the middle for your front four. Dalton Ear, Carter Wilson in the middle. Got flags down. Most likely a delay of game penalty against St. Mary's, but we'll see. round out the rest of that starting lineup. Got Ben Hickman playing outside linebacker, Brandon Orr, Jackson Hainsley are your safeties, Nathan Koger, Caden Clark are your corners. That is the starting defense for the Beavers, and it was a delayed game penalty to back them up 5 more to make it a 3rd and 25. 3 receivers to the left for St. Mary's. They have big playability, so don't think they can't pick this up here. Here's Kojriat. Kojriat looking down the sideline, got a man wide open, and it's complete. There it is, just what I was talking about, John. You can't fall asleep against these guys. He's short. Going to bring up a 4th and very manageable.
Yeah, 4th and 4. Nice throw, and he was wide open. All day long, that's going to be open for him. It's going to be 4th down. I think you're 4-down territory, so they're going to go for it.
Yeah, I'm not sure what sophomore Nathan Koger bit on there, but gave up the big play down the sideline. Covered 19 yards, 4th and 4. Make that 21 yards. Here we go. 3 receivers to the right for Kojriat. Tried the hard count. Everybody stays disciplined. 6:45 and counting. Here's a snap. Kojriat looking, fires over the middle, low, but caught. They're going to move the sticks. Caught by Colin Wright. And that's going to move the sticks for St. Mary's. And DuBois has nothing to blame but themselves. They're giving up that 3rd down and long to make that 4th down very manageable.
Yeah, you can't give that much yardage up on 3rd down. Lay down and pin back nicely.
So after the ferocious start by this DuBois defense, St. Mary's set up, ball on the 23-yard line at DuBois. 1st and 10. Here's the snap. They're going to fake a screen out here. It's going to be incomplete. Completely set up, intended for number 12, Jackson Vollmer. And just a little too far out in front of him. Catchable, though, and DuBois touch a bullet there. That play looked pretty set up.
Yeah, he had blockers downfield. He could have walked into the end zone with that one.
Stops the clock at 6:13. We're scoreless here. DuBois punted it away on their first drive. St. Mary's driving here. 2nd and 10 from the 23. Here's the snap. Kojriat back. Kojriat looking, going end zone. Got his man in and out of his hands. So DuBois dodging some bullets here. Kojriat put it on the money, and it was in and out of the hands of Colin Wright. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, Wright should have caught that ball. It was right in his hands. He just took his eyes off of it.
Yep. Certainly will take it if you're DuBois. 6:11 on the clock. Hard to believe just 2 seconds came off that play clock, or game clock there, but I guess that's what we're going with. 3rd down and 10 from the 23. Bunch, tight, 3 receivers to the left. Here we go. They're going to go straight ahead with Dornish. Dornish tries to squeak through, but it closes quickly. Gallagher and Stowe. Yale in there as well. Just a yard on the play. Going to bring up 4th and 9.
DuBois needs to have a stand right here on 4th down. Obviously, they're going for it.
Yet this defense, they have answered the call all season long. Been doing a great job of getting it off the field. They may bend, but they are certainly tough to break here. 3 receivers to the right for Kojriat. 1 to the left. Main target, Chadsley, hasn't got a look yet here tonight. Let's see if he goes to him on 4th down. Kojriat looking, rolling, fires, and it's caught. 1st down. There's Chadsley. Still fighting inside the 10, and it's going to be a 1st down and goal for the Dutchmen. And it was a low pass. It looked like it wasn't quite going to get there, but Chadsley went down and took it off the turf before it hit it. Great play, and he did the rest with his feet. Good yards after catch there. Dutchmen are set up 1st and goal.
It was. They got to have a little bit tighter coverage on Chadsley.
Yep, looks like that information we got on Logan Mosher is showing up. He is not out there. Leads this team in yards. Kojriat back, 1st and goal. Pumps, now rolling right. He's in trouble. He's just going to run out of bounds. Maybe gets a yard, if that. But a good veteran decision there by Kojriat of throwing that away. DuBois did a good job on the back end there.
Yeah, Kojriat did a wise choice there. Running out of bounds, live to fight another day.
2nd down and goal. Maybe even lost a yard on there. The ball was on the 9. Did lose a yard. So we got 2nd and goal from the 10. Officials are calling timeout on the field.
Like an equipment timeout.
Yeah, it looks like we're just tying the shoe maybe real quick, so we'll keep it right here. 4:46 to go, 1st quarter. 0-0 ball game. St. Mary's looking to put points up on the board early. It's their first drive. They did defer to open the game. 2 receivers each side. Here's Kogerud. Kogerud back, looking left, throwing, end zone pass is caught by Chadley, fighting end zone, and he got their touchdown. Really just took it away from Koger and the senior on the sophomore there. Chadley just muscled his way in, 6-0 St. Mary's. Kogerud to Chadley, 10 yards.
Good combination. Yep. Good rated Chadley. We're going to call out quite a bit tonight, I think.
Yep, DuBois is going to have their hands full all night. You know, if there has been a weak spot in the secondary, it's covering guys down the field. You know, they've been letting some guys get behind them. They're susceptible to the big play for certain, and they're going to have to be alert on that tonight. Their secondary is really going to have to cover. Good hold, good kick is up, and it is good with 4:36 remaining first quarter here. We're just getting going, but St. Mary's leads our DuBois Beavers 7-0. Come on back. You're listening to DuBois High School Football on Bigfoot Country.
DuBois Beavers High School Football in Bigfoot Country is brought to you by Jim Stellabuto's Everything Underfoot. Warehouse sale underway now. Installed carpet sale underway now. Stop in soon. Everything Underfoot is proud to support DuBois area high school football. McDonald's of DuBois. McDelivery on the DoorDash app. Get all your favorites delivered right to your door. McDonald's of DuBois, proud sponsor of DuBois area high school football. And Brackman Chevrolet Buick. Chevys cost less in Punxsutawney.
Welcome back here to Dutch Country Stadium. 7-0 is your score. Charlie Coudray finds Chadley from 10 yards out for the first points of the ball game. And if you're just joining us, DuBois received the ball, punted on their first series, got a first down, but was unable to move it from there. Beavers are going to have to move the ball tonight on this St. Mary's team. They have a lot of firepower. Here we go. Paul with the kick. It's a short one taken by Deeb at the 30. Gets to the 35. Here goes Deeb across the 40. And he wrestles his way to the 44 of DuBois, and that's where they will set up shop 1st and 10. So pretty good field position for the Beavers here.
Yeah, nice field position for the Beavers to start their second drive. So hopefully they can get rolling on the ground.
And one thing me and Coach Winger talked about a little bit this week for the interview was we talked about adversity and how this DuBois team has been facing it. And you know, at some occasions they've been up for the task. You know, others occasions that they have failed. And you know, right now they're down 7-0, and we know this team hasn't been built to come from behind. They haven't been showing that. So they have something to prove here this evening. Here we go. We're going to toss it out to Dalton Yale on first down. He's going to keep going sideways and just get ripped down. Nowhere to go. No push up front. It's going to be a loss of about 4 or 5 yards on the play. So DuBois is going to have to find a way to get something going to get an early spark here.
He should have cut that up the middle a little bit earlier. He had a blocker out to his right who was kind of stringing things out. He tried to get past him. I think he would have cut upfield. He would have gained some yardage.
And this DuBois offense needs to maximize their opportunities here tonight. With a quick strike offense like this, they have to get in some rhythm. 2 receivers each side here, 2nd down and 13, we'll call it. Brendan Orr in the backfield, sidecar left. Here's the snap. Hayes is back. Hayes is looking. Hayes throws middle. Got his man Hickman. Believe he's going to be marked just short. We'll see the final spot. Yep, just short. It's going to bring up 3rd and 1, a hookup of 12. But a good job of Cameron Hayes going through some reads there and finding the open man. Step that over the linebackers there. Great hookup there. Makes this a very 3rd and manageable.
Yeah, Hickman caught the ball as he was going down. Kind of dove for it. That's why he was a yard short.
Yeah, not an easy pass to make by any means. Had to sneak it over there's linebackers and in between the safeties. So tough pass and a great snow cone type catch. Here's for Hickman. They're going Brendan Orr straight ahead on 3rd down, and he's met. He's not going to get it. They tried to go right at St. Mary's, and St. Mary's denies it. Eli Rippey on the stop, going to bring up 4th down and 1. So let's see what Coach Winger decides to do here. Looks like they're going to bring out the punting unit. Scratch that. Hayes is coming back out, so we'll see. Nissel's out there too. 4th and 1 here. Ball is on the 47-yard line of St. Mary's. They're going to gamble. Full house backfield. Here we go. Straight ahead with Henry. He's got the push and then some. Give it to their big fullback, and he needed one, got three. Falls on the 44 St. Mary's, and a fresh set it down for the Beavers. They needed that.
Yeah, nice play call on fourth down there. That big push by the DuBois offensive line got him a nice 4-yard gain.
And a really smart play by Hayes. He got up there quick. He got his guys up. They all looked like they were on the same page. Looked like they had that quick snap kind of set up there and caught the front seven off guard of St. Mary's. Once again, straight ahead with Henry, just pushing the pile. Henry still up, and that pile still being pushed. Henry still going. Pile continues to push. Henry still up. Unbelievable. Austin Henry carries the whole entire St. Mary's defense 16 yards downfield for a first down. Spot that ball on the 27-yard line of St. Mary's. Unbelievable push there.
That's the big rugby scrum play.
And it's love to see that from the big boys up front. This is a St. Mary's team in the past few years who's been fast and physical up front with their linebackers. Great job by DuBois there. Full house backfield again. Same thing. Henry knifing through, following his blockers. 9 more on first down. Second and 1.
They're going to keep doing it until they stop them, and it's actually a very smart play by the DuBois offense. That also makes that defensive line tired, and if they're playing both ways, that only favors DuBois.
Under a minute to go here. DuBois trying to answer St. Mary's opening score. It's Henry again. I think he's dropped pretty quickly here. Might get the marker. Needed 2, but we'll see. He dropped quickly. I think they're spotting him at the 18, and that's what he needed. And, of course, it looks like they'll mark him short.
3rd and 1.
So here we go. Let's see what DuBois does here. 4 down territory, you would assume. Ball's on the 19-yard line. They need the 18. And DuBois is probably just going to take the quarter here as we are winding down. 5 seconds to go, and that's what Coach Ringard will do. So when we come back for the first snap of the second quarter, Beavers will be facing a 3rd and 1 after 1 quarter of play up here in Dutch Country. Your score, St. Mary's 7, DuBois 0. You're listening to DuBois High School Football on Bigfoot Country.
DuBois High School Football in Bigfoot Country brought to you by Nexter Bank, your community bank. Liberty Boulevard, DuBois. Proud to support our student athletes. Visit us at www.nexterbank.com. By Hoffer Realty Associates, your real estate center for the DuBois area. Serving DuBois, Treasure Lake, and surrounding areas. Good luck, Beavers. By Tri-County Performance. Tri-County Performance, Beaver Drive, DuBois, your Western snowplow dealer in DuBois, and proud to support our local athletes.
And welcome back to St. Mary's. DuBois is on the move, facing a 3rd and 1 from the 18-yard line. Got a second here, so I'd like to give a shout-out to the Goodwill Fire Hose back in DuBois, PA, watching from the station, staying toasty around the fire as I am getting texts. So we appreciate you guys for tuning in. Thank you for all you guys do. And thank you for everybody tuning in on Facebook and our YouTube page, and everybody listening to our broadcast here tonight. We were working out some technical difficulties. We're not usually on our normal setup tonight, so if I sound a little fuzzy or, a little faint, that is why we apologize for that. We'll get those things worked out. And we're back to football action here. Second quarter underway. DuBois 3rd and 1. Full house backfield. Hayes on the boot. Hayes keeping it right. Hayes cuts up. I don't know if he got there. Looked like it was set up. He had the edge, but St. Mary's defense strung it out great. There's that team speed we were talking about. Davis and Dilly were there for the stop. And there's no gain. It's going to bring up 4th down again. So I assume DuBois is going to go for this here. But, man, tough to get a yard. 4th and 1. Full house backfield again. Everybody in the box. Hayes straight ahead. Hayes getting a push. They're going to throw a flag, and DuBois is going to get flagged here. They're going to get flagged for pushing the pile, a flag that has not been called all season or has not been called in football at all recently from what I've seen. And, yes, that is the call. DuBois is going to get called for pushing the pile. Full house backfield. Hayes took the snap, and the running backs just got up behind him, pushed forward. DuBois has done that every game. Their opponent has done it against them. Haven't seen it been called. But it's called here tonight, and it costs the Beavers. Takes 4th and 1 to 4th and 6. And the clock winds here with about 11 minutes to go. So this makes this 4th down that much tougher. Play clock's at 15. DuBois looking around. Getting the play call in. 2 receivers each side. Big play here for the Beavers. Here's a snap. Hayes is back. Hayes going to set up a screen. It's Orr. He's got it. Orr bounces to the outside. There goes Orr. Brendan Orr 10. 5 taking it in the board. Touchdown. Great call. Great call on 4th down. St. Mary's went after Hayes. Hayes dumped it over him. The blocking did the rest. DuBois answering St. Mary's opening score. 10:34 to go. 7-6 ball game pending our extra point here. But DuBois answering big time here up in St. Mary's. Like we mentioned, lots on the line tonight. Hickman to snap. Winger to hold. McAllister to kick. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, kick is good. 10:34 to go. We are tied at 7 here. Come on back. You got DuBois High School football on Bigfoot Country.
DuBois Beaver High School football in Bigfoot Country is brought to you by DWC Express Care. For all your express and employer health needs, Watson Highway DuBois, proud supporter of our local athletics. Abraxas Youth and Family Services in Marionville, changing behavior, changing lives. Help change lives at Abraxas Youth and Family Services, proud supporter of DuBois High School football. The DuBois Area United Way. You can be on the team to help the less fortunate in our area. With your help, the DuBois Area United Way is meeting the needs of the area's nonprofit agencies. Go Beavers.
Ron Hayes finds Brendan Orr on a screen pass from 19 yards out to tie this game at 7. We're talking about it. We're going to have to put up some points tonight against St. Mary's, and a great answer there for the Beavers.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what DuBois needed on that drive. They had to keep pace with St. Mary's.
An absolute perfect play call. Looks like they brought 5 or 6 guys on that as well. Stumped it right over top of everybody. Orr broke a couple tackles and did the rest himself. Brendan Orr, his second touchdown of this season, first receiving, and has a rushing touchdown as well, getting more involved with the offense as the season goes along. We know he has a big presence on defense, and the offense is coming to the young man. Here's Colin McAllister, and he sends a high end-over-ender deep over the head. It's bouncing at the 5, and it's picked up. Coming right. Missed one tackle to the 20, upended at about the 23. Tackle made by Brendan Orr. And what could have been a big-time special teams play wasn't able to make a tackle there. And Matthew Davis turned something into nothing there. He looked like he was dead to rights at the 10-yard line, but made a nice move.
Yeah, he was. Just one man to beat to gain himself some yards. That was the difference in that play.
So here we go. Charlie Coudray back at it. 2 receivers each side. Missing his main target, Logan Mosier, tonight. 1st and 10. Ball's down. They're going to toss it. 4 balls out again, but he falls on it. So there was a fumble on the snap. Coudray handles it and then picks up and shovels to Dornish. Fumbled once again, but Dornish was able to fall on it. Unfortunate for DuBois there, but they'll take the 3-yard loss.
That was very fortunate for St. Mary's. That could have resulted in a fumble right deep in their own territory.
So here we go. 2 receivers each side for Coudray. Davis in the backfield, the sidecar. Coudray looking, fires over the middle, pass is caught, and he's ripped down by Hansley. Solid gain over the middle to Chadsley. Going to pick up about 10 yards to make it 3rd down and 3. Dornish checking back into the game here. Calling a 3rd down and 2. So here we go, looking I formation here. No tight ends in the game. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Kudre under center. They're going to do an option play. Kudre, he's stopped. Nowhere to go. Stacked up by Schrock, got there first. In comes Yale. And the flags are out, and DuBois, if they're going to call this an unsportsmanlike, that's unbelievable. That is unbelievable. There was nothing excessive, nothing extra there. But DuBois is going to get flagged here. And it is a personal foul, man. That is unbelievable. Folks, watching this game right now, I'm going to try to hold it, but that is bad. John, I don't know what else to say there.
I mean, there's been you hate to have the officials dictate a ball game.
And they are putting themselves firmly in this ball game right now.
That's the second call right there that is just, it was totally wrong. The whistles were blowing, yes, but they didn't throw them down. They stopped what they were doing. That's unbelievable. 1st and 10 from the 45. DuBois going to have to overcome that. Second back through is Davis. He's upended. Yale tripped him up. Gallagher finished it. Gain of about 4 on first down. And so far, a couple big-time penalties helping out the Dutchmen. But DuBois was able to overcome that push in the pile call. Let's see if the defense can dig in here. 2nd and 6. Falls on the 49 of St. Mary's. First back through is Dornish, and he's stacked up, nowhere to go. Maybe a couple on the play. Gallagher on the stop along with Stowe. It's going to bring up another 3rd down. They did give him 2. 3rd down and 4. Yeah, I'm still reeling over that penalty. I just don't understand it.
Survive and conquer, John.
Yep.
Survive and conquer, leave it in the past. It's over. Defense is going to make a play here. We're going to overcome. 3rd and 4. Ball is just inside of DuBois territory across midfield.
Yeah, they need to stop here on 3rd down. They were on that same play that they ran, but we had the penalty. They can catch it, running block.
Toss coming left. He's got the first down. He's breaking tackles. There goes Davis. He's on the edge. 30, 25-20, getting chased. Schrock, and he eventually catches up. Pushes him out of bounds at about the 10. And a good block there on the edge. Got what they needed. Davis read it perfectly, broke a tackle, used the speed. And St. Mary's is set up here first. And goal, I believe we're inside the 10. Yes, we are. 7:22 to go, first half. St. Mary's looking to take the lead here. We're tied at 7. 2 receivers each side for Kudre. Here's the snap. He's going to pump fake, throw over the middle quickly. His pass is caught. Is he in? They're going to give it to him. Touchdown. Of course they will. Brendan Oren on coverage. Colin Wright with the touchdown. 10 yards from Kudre. His 2nd of the night. St. Mary's back on top.
DuBois needs an answer for that. You've got to put them in a funny situation.
Yeah, well, they did have a stop. They got a tough penalty, but no, those are all part of the game. You have to overcome those types of things. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and the kick is good with 7:13 to go in our first half. Your new score, St. Mary's 14, DuBois 7. You've been listening to DuBois High School Football on Bigfoot Country.
DuBois Beavers High School Football in Bigfoot Country is brought to you by DeLulo Transport, a family-owned and operated company providing reliable transportation services with headquarters in DuBois. If you're interested in joining the DeLulo team, call 814-503-4131, stop by the office, 349 DuBois Street, or visit DeLuloTransport.com. DuBois Burger King. Visit DuBois Burger King for a hot and delicious sausage or bacon, egg, and cheese croissant sandwich. Get 2 for just $5. Bloom Electric Heating, Plumbing, and Air Conditioning, providing sales and service to both residential and commercial businesses. When you call, we get moving. 814-375-0884. Let's go, Beavers.
Welcome back to Dutch Country Stadium in St. Mary's. Charlie Kudre finds Colin Wright from 10 yards out to give St. Mary's the lead. 14-7 here, 7:13 to go in our first half. Shaping up, though, to be a pretty good ball game here tonight in District 9 Region 1.
Yeah, DuBois needs to answer right back right here. They need to keep within one score of St. Mary's all game long.
Yep, we've talked about they have quick strike ability. They have playmakers on the outside. They have plenty of speed. They got some playmakers. DuBois going to have to answer the call. We talked about adversity. They've facing plenty of it here tonight, John. Here we go. Paul's kick is a low squibber. Fielded by Schrock. Schrock's going to take it coming right. Following his blockers. Here goes Schrock. Schrock's taking it to the outside. Here goes Schrock midfield. There goes later Schrock 40, 35. He finally struck down. The most unlikely players for DuBois to make a kick return. And it's Landon Schrock, our starting weak side defensive end. Landon Schrock.
He was one of the up men. He actually went back to get that football. It was a good thing he did because the only other option was the forward guy falling on it, but he fielded it, rolled to his right, had a nice game.
All in all, about a 30-yard return. DuBois to set up great field position here. First down and 10 on St. Mary's 32-yard line. Man in motion, pistol set. Here we go, and it's Yale second back through, and the ball's out, but Hayes falls on top of it. And these are the things DuBois cannot do. Self-inflicted wounds. They have to clean that up. I don't know if that's on the running back or what, but senior quarterback Cameron Hayes needs to make sure that ball gets in that pocket.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't know if he was intending to hand it off or he was intending to pull it back. But either way, Cameron Hayes has to do a better job of controlling that football.
Inexcusable. Turns it into a 2nd and 14. Loss of 4 on the play. Behind the sticks. 2 receivers each side. Brendan Orr checking in. Sidecar to the left. Here's a snap. Hayes is back. Hayes looking. Hayes going deep. Got a man in front. And it went right through his hands. We've talked about maximizing opportunities. There was an opportunity for a big play there. And Garrett Franz short-armed it. Didn't get his hands on it. 3rd down and 14. It was a beautiful play call. The corner route was open. Put it right on the money. Great throw. Didn't execute.
He was 3 yards behind the defender. It was an easy touchdown if he catches the football.
And that's going to be the difference, John. That's what this game's shaping up to be. Who's going to make those type of plays? St. Mary's, they have the guys. They consistently make those plays. These are the plays DuBois needs to start making. 3rd down and 14. Same look. 2 receivers each side. And here's your snap. Hayes is back. Hayes is looking. He's rolling left. He's in trouble. Now he's going to throw it. Just throws it out of bounds. Nowhere to go with it. Good job on the back end of St. Mary's. And you'd think you'd want to pin St. Mary's deep here. Ball's on the 36-yard line. I'm not sure here if you'd want to go for this.
4th and 14 inside the 40.
But they are going to go. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Trips are to the boundary side. Or is your sidecar left? Beavers are going. Here's the snap. Hayes looking. Hayes is in trouble. He can't take a sack. He avoids 1, 2, 3, and he's going to go down. And that is the last thing you could do there. Big win defensively for St. Mary's, and I'm not sure what DuBois was attempting there, John.
Yeah, I think DuBois feels like they've got their backs against the wall. To try to go for it at that point in this juncture in the game, I don't think there has confidence in the defense. Yeah,
well, they're going to have to. I'm not sure, if it's penalties that they think they're in that mindset, but those are things that have to happen. Adversity, those are things that play into that, man. Have to conquer. Defense needs to come up with a big play here. 1st and 10 on St. Mary's' 40-yard line. Kudre coming out under center. I formation. Here's the snap. Second back through is Davis. Davis pokes through. There he goes. Midfield still going. Broke 2 would-be tacklers there. And it's a 1st down carry into DuBois territory, and it just seems like all the momentum is with St. Mary's now. And it's hard to believe, it is a fast-moving first half for sure. We're down to about 5:15 to go here. but it just feels like everything going St. Mary's way.
Yeah, DuBois, I feel like they're playing on their heels right now. They need to toughen up right now, get a stand, and try to get the football back.
High formation. Ball's on the 48 of DuBois. And the snap. They're going Davis again. Davis breaking tackles. There he goes again. Davis weaving in and out of DuBois' defense. Still going and eventually brought down by Yale at the 23-yard line. And if DuBois is going to give that up, they're going to have to find a way. They're going to have to come up with a way to get pressure. Because right now, just a simple counter play there, take one way, go the other, is working for St. Mary's.
Yeah, they're playing like a tired defense right now.
Got a lot of ball to play in this one. 4.5 to go. St. Mary's taking their time offensively now. And looks like Coach Dork is going to use his first timeout of the half, and we will take one as well. 4:14 to go, 14-7. St. Mary's leads DuBois, and you're listening to DuBois High School Football on Bigfoot Country.
Need new flooring? Jim Celabuto's Everything Underfoot's warehouse sale is underway now. Clearance prices on waterproof vinyl, waterproof click flooring, carpet, all on sale. Remnants are buy one, get one free. Installed carpet is on sale. Buy now, install early next year. Stop or call for details. Only the very best flooring and tile and expert installation and customized service. That's why your friends and family buy at Everything Underfoot. Call or stop in soon. Jim Celabuto's Everything Underfoot, Beaver Grove, Beaver Drive, DuBois.
4:14 to go in our first half. St. Mary's on the move on DuBois' 23-yard line, looking to go up 2 scores here. DuBois, some unfortunate penalties going their way early, extending drives for St. Mary's, and they've turned them into points. 14-7 is your score now. We talked about it as the team who doesn't like to play from behind, really not used to it, and once they have been behind this year, they seem to struggle offensively. It's up to the defense right now. 1st and 10 from the 23. Here's the snap. Here's a fake. Kodra throws over the middle. Pass complete to Chadley. Chadley bouncing it outside. Here he goes. 10, going for the pylon. He's going to be ripped out by Dalton Yale. And another flag coming. I mean, he was out of bounds. I just don't know, Sean. I don't understand it.
I won't call that a bad penalty.
No.
As far as an official throwing that flag. That, to me, was the right call. He was a couple yards out of bounds. He tackled him out of bounds. DuBois can't be doing things like that.
No, just basically handing St. Mary's points here. That'll be half the distance to the goal from the 8-yard line to put the ball from the 4. 1st and goal for St. Mary's, looking to score. 4:03 on the clock. It'll start on the snap. 2 receivers each side. Field spread through Coudray. Here's the snap. He's pumping, throws middle, and it's incomplete. It was a low throw. Brendan Orr got a hand in, and it goes incomplete. 2nd and goal from the 4.
Yeah, that slant was open. He just threw it low.
So if DuBois ever needed a big stop, it is right now to keep this a 1-score game. So here we go. 2 receivers each side. Sidecars to the left. That's Dornish. Here's a snap. Coudray back. Coudray looking middle, and his pass is caught for a touchdown. It is Chansley. Caught it right underneath the linebackers, and St. Mary's is up 2 scores here. 3:51 to go.
Yeah, again, DuBois, and you can't expect them to make a goal line stand, but that's what they need. They're tired.
And all season long, this defense has had to answer call after call, get stop after stop, and they do a pretty good job of it. A lot of firepower offensively for St. Mary's, and they're clicking on all cylinders. When they're running the ball like they are very tough to stop. Good snap at the high. They're going to fake it, throw in the flat, and he threw it short. They had the 2-point play set up to perfection. It just was not executed. Chadley tried to throw it in the flat, and it was incomplete, intended for Jackson Boomer. So, extra point no good. With 3:51 to play in our first half, your score reads St. Mary's 20, DuBois 7. You're listening to High School Football on Bigfoot Country.
Hi, my name is Dan Richards, and I'm a physical therapist assistant at the brand new Radius Physical Therapy in DuBois. I speak for our entire staff when I say that we take pride in caring for the people of the Tri-County area. When you're in need of physical therapy, we can schedule you an appointment within 24 hours, and we promise to treat you like we would treat one of our own family members. So if you need physical therapy, stop by and see us in the Sandy Plaza near Hobby Lobby. Give us a call at Radius Physical Therapy, 814-913-0217, or check us out on the web at radiuspt.com.
Charlie Coudray finds Chadsley for Coudray's third touchdown pass of the night. Chadley's second receiving touchdown. Taking the score to 20-7 over our Beavers. Here's Paul with the kick. It's a low squibber, and it's taken by the up man. That's Orr is coming right, and he can't get out of a tackle. That's Ripley on the stalk. So DuBois will have 1st and 10. From their own 35-yard line, 3:46 to go. As I mentioned, St. Mary's on top of our Beavers, 20-7, and it's go time for the Beavers. I think they really need to get this back to a one-score game before the half and come out and play defense and give it all you got to get a stop. For sure. You don't want to get too far behind these guys. 2 receivers each side for Hayes. It's got to be downfield. Here's a snap. And Hayes is back. Hayes is looking. Hayes stepping up, avoids the sack, throws into the flat. He has Orr. Here goes Brendan Orr. Cutting up, breaking tackles, has the first down across the 45 to the 48-yard line. Good job by Hayes of keeping the play alive, manipulating the pocket a little bit, doing a good job, finding his running back in the flat.
It was. That was a good job by Hayes. He was going to try to run left and possibly could have gotten the corner, but he saw his receiver out there, threw a nice pass to him.
Need our senior quarterback to put the team on his shoulders. Got to happen through the air. Here's the snap, and he's rolling right, and he's looking. He's going to stop and pop and got his man. That's Clark. Got it at the 41 of St. Mary's, gain of 11 and a first down. So DuBois getting some rhythm here through the air. 2 first downs, 2 for 2 for Hayes so far on this drive.
Yeah, that's definitely what they need to do. Like you said, you need to throw it downfield, get some positive yardage plays, get this drive set up, score a touchdown before the half.
Ball's on the 41-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Beavers. Need a big drive here, need some points. 2 receivers each side. Brendan Orr is a sidecar, goes from left to right. Now he's going to jump back to the left. Here's a snap. It's picked up by Orr. Now they're going to toss it back to him. He's going to throw it deep. Got a man. It's Coger, and it's caught. Touchdown, DuBois! Unbelievable. I believe it was supposed to be a flea flicker. I think that was supposed to be a direct snap to Orr. It was fumbled. He picks it up, tosses it back to Hayes, and Hayes heaves it 50, and Coger adjusted a little bit and caught it for the touchdown. Unbelievable. What an answer.
That was unbelievable. I don't think that was scripted by any means, but improvisation sometimes results in what you need.
The sophomore sensation, Nathan Coger, ladies and gentlemen, get used to it. 41 yards through the air. Good snap, good hold. Kick is short. Did it get there? No, it didn't. It's going to doink. So they match, make extra points. It'll stay a 7-point game. So with 2:33 to go, your new score, St. Mary's 20, DuBois 13. You're listening to High School Football on Bigfoot Country.
Are you happy in your current job or maybe thinking it's time for a change? Then why not work for a company that actually cares about you? DeLulo Transport is looking for full-time and part-time Class A drivers and owner-operators. Local drivers get home every day, and regional drivers are home through the week and every weekend and can now earn $80,000 to $100,000 per year plus a generous benefits package. DeLulo Transport is big enough to deliver but small enough to care. Give us a call, 814-503-4131. Stop by our office at 349 DuBois Street or find us at delulotransport.com.
Cameron Hayes, the chicken little flea flicker. 2, Nathan Coger, the sophomore wide receiver, 41 yards out. Take this back to a one-score game, and now some momentum in favor of DuBois.
That's what you need going into the half. They just need to have a stand. They left a little bit of time on the clock, but if they can hold them here, and they get a stand on the first possession for St. Mary's after the half, they're right back into a ball game.
Yeah, St. Mary, and that's what we got going on right now. We knew this was going to be a big one, 4-2 teams. The St. Mary's offense has a lot of rhythm going on, so it's up for this DuBois defense to disrupt. McAllister sends another deep one over the head of everybody, picked up by Davis at the 2. Let's do a good coverage. He's at the 15 to the 20. Breaking tackles, there goes Davis, and he almost stuck through there. Good job of making defenders miss. Now let's see here on the stop for DuBois. Hayden Ross getting the stop on special teams. So here comes Charlie Coudray in that St. Mary's offense, and he's had himself a good first half.
Yes, he has. Very good first half.
And looks like Logan Mosier is checking into the game for the first time tonight. We heard he'd be maybe having sparing snaps here tonight. His time's going to be limited. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Here's the snap. Under pressure, Codriot throwing middle, and it's caught, juggled but caught. Great play by Chadsley. It looked like it was going to sail right into the arms of Dalton Yale, but Chadsley made a nice catch to go up and get it. Good job of staying with it.
Good concentration by Chadsley there. He bobbled it. It was up in the air, and he brought it back down on the deflection.
Pickup of 20, 1st and 10. Ball is on the 44 of St. Mary's. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right for Coudray. And the snap, they're going to go straight ahead with Davis. Davis first, just short. Carter Wilson made a nice shoestring tackle. I thought Davis was going to get out there.
Yeah, he had all day to go if he broke that tackle.
So right now, this DuBois defense giving up a bunch of yards in between the tackles. They're going to have to tighten that up. Offense is looking really good for St. Mary's, clicking on all cylinders. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Here's the snap. Coudray's going to throw it out. They got Chadsley, and he drops it. So it's incomplete once again. It looked like there was a lot of room out there. Those screens have been set up. They're doing a good job of counting hats on hats, and St. Mary's is winning those matchups. But we'll take the drop.
Yeah, definitely. If he catches that ball, it's at least a first down.
We're going trips right to the boundary now for St. Mary's. Let's see if DuBois has a big stop in. Ball's on their side of the field on their 47. Here's a snap. Coudray's back. Under pressure. Throws middle. Logan Mosier wide open. There he goes. Getting chased by Hansley, and he will get him at the 10. Ball's out. The ball is out. And DuBois got it. It's their ball. It is Jackson Hansley. Caught him from behind and ripped the ball out. Brendan Orr recovered. So a great job of DuBois not giving it up on the play. And what looked like true freshman. Talking like we're in college. Freshman Jackson Hansley looked like he just gave up a big touchdown, but saved the day by not giving up and ripping that ball out.
Great play by Hansley. Absolutely. 6-yard line. He was going out of bounds, stripped the football out, or recovered it.
Now, about 1:07 to go and about 90-plus yards for DuBois to go. Not the ideal situation offensively they want to be in, but who knows? We had a big play. Let's see if Cameron Hayes has another one. Let's see if we can move this ball down the field here. DuBois trailing by 7, full house backfield. Hayes is going to keep it straight ahead, just going to get what he can get. He'll carry it across the 10 to about the 12 or 13-yard line. Clock's going to continue to roll, and Coach Winger just might be okay with taking this to the half. 5 yards. We're going to mark the ball on the 13. Clock rolling under 40. So it seems DuBois is just going to let the clock roll down. Full house backfield again. Really can't even tell who's on the carry there. I believe Yale, the second back through. He picks up about 3 more, and the clock's continuing to roll. Looks like St. Mary's isn't interested in stopping it, and that is where our first half is going to end. And what a first half it was. So that means we are going to be in store for a rocking second half. So don't go anywhere and come right back. Here at halftime, we have the Brackman Chevrolet and Buick halftime show with Chuck Ferris. So stay tuned for that. Coming right up. And we will have shortly second half action of St. Mary's taking on our DuBois Beavers. 20-13 is your score. St. Mary's over the Beavers. You're listening to high school football on Bigfoot Country.
Go Beavers! McDonald's and DuBois will be cheering on the Beavers all season long. Don't have time to run and get some food before the game? DuBois McDonald's McDelivery is on DoorDash. Have all your favorites delivered right to your doorstep. Download the DoorDash app and choose your McDonald's menu items for delivery. Simply pay and track your McDelivery order as it comes to you. Getting the food you crave delivered is a whole new way to love McDonald's. You can also grab a treat on your way to the game at your DuBois McDonald's off the Beeline.
Hey, Kay, when do you start your new job?
Not sure. They sent me out of town to get my testing done.
Why would they do that when DWC Express Care in DuBois is quick and does all the testing that companies require?
That would have been nice. I drove over an hour one way.
DWC Express Care on Watson Highway in DuBois covers all your business health needs, from DOT and non-DOT physicals to drug testings to biometric screenings to respirator fit tests and so much more. DWC Express Care is your one-stop shop for all your business health needs. DWC Express Care on Watson Highway in DuBois.
Need new flooring? Jim Celabuto's Everything Underfoot's warehouse sale is underway now. Clearance prices on waterproof vinyl, waterproof click flooring, carpet, all on sale. Remnants are buy one, get one free. Installed carpet is on sale. Buy now, install early next year. Stop or call for details. Only the very best flooring and tile and expert installation and customized service. That's why your friends and family buy at Everything Underfoot. Call or stop in soon. Jim Celabuto's Everything Underfoot, Beaver Grove, Beaver Drive, DuBois.
Out-of-town guests coming in for a reunion, celebration, or family function? Make them feel at home at the DuBois Hampton Inn. Group rates are available for your guests, and a clean, comfortable room is a promise. Meeting and banquet rooms are available. Enjoy the indoor pool, and we have wireless internet, too. Start your day right with Hampton's free hot breakfast. Call us, 814-375-1000. That's 814-375-1000. The DuBois Hampton Inn. We love having you here.
This is Bigfoot Country. WIFT DuBois Clearfield, WKFT Strattonville Clarion. This is Bigfoot Country. This is Bigfoot Country.
Hello everyone, Jeffrey from Brackman Chevrolet Buick in Punxsutawney. We are huge advocates of youth sports. Without coaches and all the helpers, it wouldn't be possible. Teamwork, camaraderie, goal setting, the learning how to deal with disappointment. These are all skills that our children are learning by being involved in youth athletics, but it wouldn't be possible without these coaches and staff. So when you see them, shake their hand, say thank you for making a sacrifice for our kids, because they are helping give our next generation of leaders the skills they need to succeed. And remember, Chevys cost less than Punxsy.
And welcome back from the first half, everybody. It is time for the Brackman Chevrolet and Buick of Punxsutawney halftime show. Devin Clark here, as always, with Chuck Farah, and we're going to get right into it, as we always do. Now, I remember you saying last week, Chuck, that, kind of some seasons are coming to a close regular season-wise, and maybe some are still, kind of going and still brewing and still moving towards the playoffs. So let's get an update on them fall sports and maybe some postseason action.
Yeah, some more sports coming to a close. Boys and girls golf, they both had their district tournaments here recently. Boys were last week at Kane. We took a third in a team race, so we ended our reign there of district titles. Junior Tyson Kettis placed fourth overall in the individual competition. Our girls ended up finishing second in the team competition to Bradford, and senior Alexis Pfeiffer, she finished second overall in the individual race. Some other sports, volleyball team still doing really well. They're 10-1 right now. They have one loss to Marion Center a couple weeks ago. But a big win over Warren, who's a power up at District 10, and also beat Bradford. Girls soccer team, I think they're like 9-3 right now. They got a big win over Clearfield last week, and they're heading into a tougher part of their schedule. They got Bradford on Saturday, and that'll be a tough competition. That's usually our main rival in District 9 now. The boys soccer team, they're hovering right around 500. Real young team there. They're doing fine. Boys and girls cross country continue to move on. The girls are still undefeated there. As I mentioned last week, Morgan Romer continues to dominate all the races she's competing in. So tennis, Tennis will wrap up their regular season this week. They head to their district singles event on Saturday in Erie, and they'll follow up with their doubles tournament next weekend in Erie. And obviously, with football, we're 4-2 there, come off a loss in the undercard games. JV, a couple of JV games this week. JV black team went down to Punxsutawney and lost a close one down there, and the JV white team, which is primarily our freshman group, they lost to Brockway's JVs this week, and our junior high team is still unbeaten. So things looking bright in the future for football, at least.
Yeah, sounds like things, some sports are heating up, and so it looks like there's plenty of opportunities to come out and, for your fans, listen, come out and root on our Beavers, school-wide, fall sport-wide there. One thing that's been brought to my attention lately, Chuck, is I've been getting asked, by different people, what classification does DuBois play in? Are we quad A? I hear we're 5A's in some schools, maybe like 3A range, and I know, we're kind of all over the place. We've talked about this a little bit in the past, but, there's no one better to ask than you to give a good answer for this question. So, what classifications, do all the sports compete in?
Yeah, good question. We are, depending on what the sport, how many classes there are. Football, there is now 6 classifications, so we're quad A in football. We're right at the top of the quad A schedule there. So the only other team in District 9 in quad A is Bradford. So we get the sub-regional then with us and Bradford out of 9, 6, I believe it's Bellefonte, Juniata, then we hook in with 10 up there when they come out with Warner and Erie, perhaps the city schools. Yeah, some of those schools up there. Now you look at sports like soccer, there's only 3 classifications. We're AAA there. And girls volleyball, I believe there's 4, and we're AAA in volleyball, girls volleyball. Tennis, girls tennis, we're AAA in girls tennis, but we're AA in boys tennis. Same thing in cross country. We are AA in boys cross country and AAA in girls cross country. And that all really is factored on your enrollment numbers. We have more girls than we do boys, so that bumps us up in some classifications depending on the numbers. Now those change every 2 years. And you're looking at the winter sports, the 2 basketballs, boys and girls basketball are 5A. Wrestling's 2 classifications, we're 2A there. In swimming, again, in boys we're AA, girls we're AAA. Going in the spring, baseball, softball we're 5A. Track we're AAA. And tennis, boys tennis we are AA. And boys volleyball we're AA in the fall. The spring. So it all depends on the sport. Right. How many classifications are? Like I said, it's all based on your enrollment. We have to reclassify every 2 years. So this year we're in the first year of our this cycle. We call it every 2-year cycle. So.
And then correct me if I'm wrong. Also, one thing that plays a factor into it is how much competition statewide you have in each sport. Correct. Because there are some schools that don't offer a lot of all sports, kind of like DuBois does, and correct. Some of the bigger schools around here. So yeah, you're certainly all over the place, but that certainly answers that question. About the classifications and competing, so you definitely shed a lot of light on that subject there. So we thank you for that, Chuck. So we're going to move into football here a little early. If you ask me, there's nothing better than football. You're right. I could talk about it all day, Chuck. I really could. But right now, I want to hone in on this District 9 Region 1, the conference this year. This year, it seems like, it's really tight. Seems like Central Clarion, we've already talked about, is, at the top. They're undefeated, kind of separate themselves a little bit. But, just the next 5, even dipping into the bottom half a little bit. Montauk and Bradford are kind of the outliers right now. But, you're looking at Punxsutawney, DuBois, Brookville, St. Mary's, Karn City. All those teams are neck and neck, and they're competing for that 2 spot and a chance to take down Central Clarion. Some teams already had an opportunity and failed, but teams like DuBois and St. Mary's, big matchup this week. And, I think those are the only two teams left who have a shot to take down Central Clarion. But a big matchup this week. So why don't you talk a little bit about how competitive this conference has been this year?
Yeah, we just actually, the coach just talked about this week a little bit. How said Central Clarion appears to be the top team right now, obviously, and like you said, this next group of, which includes I think us, Brookville, St. Mary's, Punxsutawney, and we all look to be same. We were all kind of beating one another right now. So these next couple of weeks will really go a long way in determining the how things are going to shake out here. It's crazy how things can look one week. This team's beating this week, and they come back and their team knocks off the team that they just beat. So it's kind of odd how it's going this year. A lot of parity, I think, right at the top. Even at the bottom, I don't think I look at Montauk, and that's a team as well. I know they're at the bottom, but they're 1-5, I believe, right now. But I think that's a tough team. I mean, Brookfield, they beat them 7-0.
Right.
And we had our hands full with Brookfield for a while.
Absolutely.
So, and Bradford's much improved. I think we saw that, at the end of this year. I mean, we had a way with them, run the ball, but I think, they have some athletes. I was actually talking to one of their tennis coaches this week, and we hosted the District 9 AA tournament here, and we were talking about it. I said, you guys got a lot of athletes up there. I said, where you guys are just missing right now, I think, is your line. You need to get some line because you have the athletes. So, I think these next couple weeks going to work its way out, and a lot of competition right now.
Yeah, I agree completely. Adversity can teach a young man a lot, and and trying to do it collectively as a group of a bunch of young men, it's even tougher to do.
Yeah, you're dealing with kids, some freshmen that are playing right now, they're 14, 15 years old. So you've got seniors who are 18-year-old men. So, young men, I should say. So there's a lot, we deal with that in sports and high school kids. There's a lot to deal with.
Yeah, and I truly think it's just the little things with this group. I saw 3 opportunities to score, and a couple of them because, and I'm referring to our last game, Punxsutawney. Mm-hmm. It was just because a couple guys didn't stay on their feet.
Yep.
And, that's that. And then we're looking at either 16-14 at one point, or maybe 16-16 or 16-13, 12, somewhere in that range. So I really do think it's just little things, and just having that, little bit extra, mental edge like you were talking about, can hone it all in and make you focus on the goal.
Exactly. Talk about things like that. Staying on your blocks for your block 1 second more can spring a big run or anything like that. So a lot of little things I think they can overcome, and it's just put that all together in one game.
Yep, and they have some big opportunities coming, and just one win away from being playoff eligible. Exactly. I think that's very doable for this team.
Yep.
Chuck, that is all the time we have for today, but I'll be looking forward to meeting with you in the future and continuing this season, because it's been an exciting one and a fun ride so far.
Definitely, no problem.
And you've been listening to the Brackman Chevrolet and Buick of Punxsutawney Halftime Show on Bigfoot.
Hello everyone, Jeffrey from Brackman Chevrolet Buick in Punxsutawney. We are huge advocates of youth sports. Without coaches and all the helpers, it wouldn't be possible. The teamwork, camaraderie, goal setting, the learning how to deal with disappointment. These are all skills that our children are learning by being involved in youth athletics, but it wouldn't be possible without these coaches and staff. So when you see them, shake their hand, say thank you for making a sacrifice for our kids, because they are helping give our next generation of leaders the skills they need to succeed. And remember, Chevys cost less than Punxsy.
And welcome back to Dutch Country Stadium here in St. Mary's. We are looking at a 20-13 score at halftime. We got some time here. We're going to continue our halftime talk here with John and I. And if you guys missed that first half, you missed a pretty good one. St. Mary's offense is clicking on all cylinders from the opening jump. The wide receivers are making big plays, helping their quarterback out a little bit. Charlie Coudray is looking pretty good, and he has that offense in a lot of rhythm.
Yes, he does. They're running the ball well, and they're throwing the ball well. So that's something that DuBois is going to have to contend with in the second half.
Yeah, absolutely. They're complementing each other very well, and we saw it. DuBois was struggling on the ground, through the air, made some plays here, had some couple of bad penalties. So, we talked about adversity, and they're facing a little bit of it.
Yeah, and TJ needs to calm them down at halftime. The past is in the past. You're right. You've got to let that stuff go and focus on the second half.
One thing DuBois did need to do today was get that offense going, and they have answered tonight. They answered the first bang by St. Mary's to tie it up at 7. St. Mary's did take a 2-score lead, but DuBois came back. They came back strong. Cameron Hayes putting it upon himself. Big 40-yard strike to the sophomore sensation, Nathan Koger.
Yeah, that's what they need to do. They need to keep this a one-score game all the way through, have a couple of defensive stops, and just score once more than St. Mary's does.
Yep, and what was looking like St. Mary's was about to take back that 2-point lead right before half. Made a big play. Logan Mosher getting involved tonight. He's a little tweaked up, battling an injury, but he was able to get in that last drive. They went right to him. He answered the bell, got caught from behind. Freshman Jackson Hansley made a big play to strip the ball away from him, and DuBois turned it over, and that's where we're at here. And DuBois just kept it at 20-13 and a half. Really didn't try to do anything. They were just satisfied with getting that turnover and running the last minute off.
Right. Logan Mosher wasn't a factor most of the first half. He's injured. Actually, I spoke to his mother before the game a little bit. She said he was going to be used sparingly, if at all. And you can just see by the coaches, when DuBois scored that touchdown, they wanted to answer. I think that's why they brought him into the game, to have that dual receiver threat, to try to answer the bell before the end of the first half, to try to go up 2 scores again into the locker room.
Yeah, absolutely. And the teams are just getting back out on the field now, so we have a few more minutes. We'll take a short break and come back and finish. We'll talk about keys to victory on both sides of the ball for both DuBois and St. Mary's. So come on back here, finish up the halftime talk. You're listening to DuBois High School football in Bigfoot Country.
DuBois Beavers High School football in Bigfoot Country is brought to you by the Greater DuBois Area Chamber of Commerce, serving 14 municipalities to make life better. Proud to support all of our local businesses and our area youth athletes too. The DuBois Hampton Inn near the DuBois Mall. We're proud to support DuBois High School football and all youth athletics. The DuBois Hampton Inn, phone 375-1000. We love having you here. Subway of DuBois. Enjoy the new Irresistible Subway series. Build a delicious sandwich, plus get a free cookie every Sunday. Subway of DuBois. Inside DuBois Walmart at the DuBois Mall and South Brady Street. Go Beavers!
Welcome back to St. Mary's. Our second half kickoff is upon us shortly. Now, John, let's talk about some keys to victory. Now, when you look at St. Mary's, I think they just need to keep it spread offensively. They're doing a good job getting in between the tackles, using their run game to keep the defense honest. And Kudre's kind of having himself a night. He's missed a few throws, but for the most part, his receivers are making big plays. So that's what they need to keep doing, keep the ball in 11's hands, and kind of let him do his thing.
Yeah, they haven't punted at all in the first half, so the key for them is keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, but when you look at DuBois, they just need to continue to find a way to make plays. They had some guys step up. It's been Nathan Cover of lately. You got to give a ton of credit to Cameron Hayes. He's looking sharp tonight. He's using his arm way more tonight. He's making some throws. He's picked up a few first downs, but yeah, those big chunk plays, those big time plays, those are what we need, and they might need to do it one or two, maybe even three times this second half.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, DuBois defensively, they look pretty good, but they need to have those stops. DuBois defense needs to step up. They need to keep this a one-score game, and again, just. They need to score one more time than St. Mary's does.
Yeah, they had a couple back-breaking penalties, that extended the drive, and those are tough to overcome. And you can't ask your defense time and time again, to continue to help out your offense. So that's where that complementary football comes in huge. That defense, it needs to be more disruptive. They need to get to the quarterback with 4. They haven't been blitzing, so that seems to be the strategy. They're dropping more in coverage to deal with the talented receiver to try to cut those open lanes out in the zone. So we're going to have to find a way. Maybe we'll see the blitzes jack up a little bit more, but we need to be disruptive.
Yeah, I think you do need to put a little bit more pressure on Kudre. Get him out of his comfort zone in the second half.
So, all right, there you have it. We are set for a exciting second half here. Second place is on the line here tonight with these 2, 4, and 2 teams in the District 9 Region 1. When we get back, we'll have our second half kickoff, so make sure you do. Come on back. You're listening to DuBois High School football on Bigfoot Country.
DuBois Beavers High School football in Bigfoot Country is brought to you by Joe's Tuck Shop. When you need to look your best, just go to Joe's. Proud supporter of the DuBois Beavers. And DuBois Regional Cardiology Associates with locations in Clearfield, DuBois, Brookville, St. Mary's, and Punxsutawney. Proud to support our local student athletes.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Dutch Country Stadium here in St. Mary's. We have a fantastic District 9 Region 1 battle going on here tonight. We have a couple scores. We'll just talk about the ones around the conference. Latest score I have up in Clarion for Montauk versus Clarion. That is deadlock. It's 0. So Montauk showing up to play the undefeated Wildcats. Also, we have, let's see here, Carn City up 9-0 over Punxsutawney in the second. And Brookville is handling Bradford 15-0 in the second. We are ready here in Dutch Country. Cullen McAllister set to kick, and it's a low line and squib. Taken by the up back at about the 22-yard line, and he's going to be dropped by Hickman. And here comes the rest of the cavalry. So a great job by the coverage team of DuBois, and Kudre and the St. Mary's offense will have 1st and 10 at about their own 28-yard line. Make that, let's see here. They're moving around on me.
Right after 30.
Make it to 30. Must have been some pretty good forward progress there. Unless my perceptions, I thought he was brought down about the 25.
That's pretty good forward progress.
So here we go. 4-2 look for the DuBois defense. Empty backfield, Kudre, 5 wide receivers. They're going to shuffle it to Dornish coming right, lot of room. Good-looking play. Hayes makes the tackle, flags fly, and we might see a block in the back here. Might be the first penalty we've seen on the Dutchmen tonight, but we'll wait the penalty.
It's a late penalty, but I was thinking it had to have been a hold. It looks like what I saw from a lineman just kind of tackled one of the defenders.
Yeah, it was a nice shuffle play. Good play design. They had Dornish lined up kind of as the wing back as that fifth receiver in the empty set like they did. They just brought him across the formation, flew a couple linemen, and they shuffled it to him. But there was some holding in there. So let's see if the DuBois can capitalize on St. Mary's opening up with a penalty here. Take things to see. Always a spot foul. So we're looking at about 1st and 21, 22 range here for the Dutchmen.
That's a good break for DuBois. Again, they need to pin them back. They need to stop here on this first series. Crucial.
Yeah, trailing by 7, 20-13 is your score. St. Mary's has been in rhythm. Here we go, 2 receivers each side. He fires, has his man open is Chadsley in the zone, but it is skipped into him, incomplete. And once again, not sure what the flat, what that void is there between that flat defender and the safety, but there's a lot of room there. And it appeared no flat threat, so DuBois needs to clean that up.
He was open, no question about it. He just sat right in that zone, and throw was a little low.
So we have a official's timeout on the field. Looks like we have a ball issue of some sort. St. Mary's thrown in another ball. So we'll just have a quick stop here. 2nd down and 22. Awaiting Coudray. 2 receivers each side. They get the ball set, and we should be ready to resume play here. Here we go. Dornish is your sidecar to the right. And the snap. Pump fake throw over the middle. Got his man. It's right. Wide open over the middle of the field, and it's going to be a first down. Right still going. Cross the 40. Fights his way to the 45. So another huge chunk play. Gain of 25, first down for the Dutchmen.
Yeah, DuBois needs to do a better job defensively when they have them pinned back. 22 yards as a line to gain, and they're getting there. That shouldn't happen.
Lots of holes in that zone defense, and Coudray is finding his open targets, hitting them in stride. 1st and 10 from the 45 of St. Mary's. Here's the snap, low snap, but handled. Coudray under some trouble, goes over the middle and in and out of Vollmer's hands. Another receiver who had some room to run after the catch if it would have been, but falls incomplete. 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, again, he's open in the middle. I think that a little bit of a disruption when he dropped the football, just enough to throw that play off.
Clock stopped at 10:28. 2nd and 10, 2 receivers each side. Coudray is back. Coudray is looking. Coudray throws, and his pass is nearly picked off. Hansley had a beat on it, and it falls out of his hands incomplete. It'll be 3rd down and 10. Nissel was bearing down on Coudray, took a shot on him.
Hansley did a good job of jumping that route. Just couldn't come up with it.
He's actually waiting for a hold call on Nissel. Nissel's whole jersey was getting tugged by the left tackle of St. Mary's, Waylon Wheeler. One of their better offensive linemen. Had a lot of Nissel. Kept him from getting there. 3 receivers to the left on 3rd and 10, and it's a big one for the Beavers. Here's the snap. He's rolling left. They're going to try to set up a screen, and Dornish has it. He's got blockers, and he's got a first down. A beautiful setup play call. Beavers fell for the screen, and St. Mary's keeps the drive alive. Needed 10, got 11. Ball is on the 44-yard line of DuBois.
The only thing you can say was a good play call by St. Mary's. They were looking for it to go downfield, and that screen was there all day long.
Yep, and great execution. DuBois was there to stop him short, but Dornish did a good job of fighting through a couple would-be tacklers to keep the drive going. We've talked about this game might come down to who's going to make more plays. Right now, St. Mary's only time of possession, putting themselves in those opportunities, in those situations. Coudray back on 1st and 10, throwing over the middle, has a man, Chadsley in and out of his hands. Probably would have waltzed in the end zone for his third touchdown. Had a step on Clark. DuBois catches another break.
Yeah, you can't keep going to that well. DuBois is going to end up picking one of those off if they do that.
Second down and 10. Coudre's been taking shots over the middle often in this game. Doing it for the most part without his main target, Logan Mosher. But Chadsley's having a night. Second and 10. Here's the snap. Coudre rolling, trying to set up the straight again. He's picked off by Nissel. Nissel going the other way. 30. One run to gain 20. 10. 5. Racing tackles. 8 picks. 6 for the Beavers done. And this game is a TAT away from being tied. An unbelievable play by Garrett Nissel. They tried to come back to that same screen play they just picked up the first down on. Nissel read it perfectly. He had a beat on Coudre for a second, noticed it, stopped in his tracks, put his big paws up, kicked it up in the air, little tip drill to himself, and he did the rest. A pick six, and the defense, once again, complimentary football. It's a beautiful thing. Here we go, big extra point here. Good snap, sketchy hold, but the kick is up, and it is good with 9:26 to go. We are deadlocked at 20 here in St. Mary's. Come on back, folks, because this is going to be a very good finish. You're listening to high school football in Bigfoot Country.
DuBois Beavers High School Football in Bigfoot Country is brought to you by Jim Stellabuto's Everything Underfoot. Warehouse sale underway now. Installed carpet sale underway now. Stopping soon. Everything Underfoot is proud to support DuBois area high school football. McDonald's of DuBois. McDelivery on the DoorDash app. Get all your favorites delivered right to your door. McDonald's of DuBois, proud sponsor of DuBois area high school football. And Brackman Chevrolet Buick. Chevys cost less in Punxsutawney.
Garrett Nissel, ladies and gentlemen, a converted linebacker to defensive end, and he is living at that position these last couple weeks. And right here, the biggest play of the ball game, about a 50-yard pick six for my man to tie this thing up. 9:26 to go, deadlocked at 20. Coudre coming in, 14 touchdowns, now 17. Came in with 9 picks. He's in double digits now after that one. But he's going to be coming back out. McAllister approaching, low liner, fielded and bobbled, but picked up at the 20. Coming left, here he goes, and he's going to be upended. Landon Schrock got there first, and then the wave finished him off. So the DuBois defense coming back out. You'll probably see a little bit of different personnel, give some guys a break. But the defense with a huge play. If you're just joining us here, you missed Garrett Nissel. Pick six from his defensive end position. Stole the attempted screen pass.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what we needed. DuBois needed to step up defensively. Like I said, they did. Now we're tied. And again, keep it up, within a touchdown of one another. DuBois needs to hold them here.
Big time play. A couple of District 9 heavyweights going at it. I formation for Coudre. He's under center. Second back through is Davis. And that defense is revved up. Nowhere to go. That Stubbs in there with the stop. Sorry, make that Nesselhoff. I apologize. Brock Nesselhoff, two-way player for this team. Giving Big Jaw a little bit of a blow, getting him a breather on the sideline. Here we go. Ended up picking up 2 there, John, at second down and 8. I formation once again. Dornish is your fullback. Davis is dotting the I. Double wing to the right. Second back through is Davis again. Gets a little push. Yale's there with the stop. Jackson Hensley getting involved as well. Gets a solid gain across the 35 to the 37. It's going to bring up a third down and 3.
And again, didn't look like he had made that far forward progress, but good spot for St. Mary's. It brings up third and short, or short 4.
Here we go. Another big third down for this DuBois Beaver defense. Two receivers to the left in the I formation. Here we go. They're going to toss it out to Davis coming left. He's got some room to run across the 40, and he's got his first down. Clark forces him out of bounds, but St. Mary's will keep the drive alive momentarily. Fresh set of downs. Getting the ball up to about the 43-yard line.
Good discipline by DuBois there. The defender strung him out, and he had a chance out of bounds. He didn't do what he did in the first half by causing that penalty.
Yeah, they ran that play into the boundary, and DuBois was setting up for the field side there. So that was a great call by St. Mary's. They just had a hat on a hat. Too many blockers for the defenders we had on that side. You're going to lose that battle more times often than not. But still, like you mentioned, DuBois did a good job of stringing it out for minimal gain. 1st and 10 from the 42. Codre's back under center, looking in trouble. He's going to evade. Here goes Codre. He's still going. And he's eventually going to be brought down, but turns what looked like it was going to be about a 10-yard loss. Turns it into a 7-yard carry, breaking a couple tackles. DuBois defense going to have to finish.
Yeah, and that's why he's the leading rusher on this team. Scrambles around, gets himself out of trouble. 7-yard gain on first down.
Absolutely. They have had a pretty good balanced attack here tonight. DuBois started stout on that run, but St. Mary's, ever since after that first drive, they've been really popping off on the ground game left and right here. So here we go, 2nd and 3, I formation once again for Cudre. They're going to toss it left, coming again, and strung out pretty well, and Carter Wilson cleans up. Loss of maybe 1 or 2 on the play. Going to bring up another 3rd down. Clock rolling under 7 minutes to go. We're deadlocked at 20 here in this District 9 Region 1 matchup.
Yep, bring up 3rd and 5. Loss of 2 on that play. Again, DuBois, they need to have a good stand here on 3rd down.
See here, not quite in that high percentage range for 4-down territory. So this could be a huge play here, potentially coming up for DuBois. Cudre under center. I formation. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. And the snap. Second back through is Davis. Davis bounces it out and slips. It's going to be 4th down. He got back to where he was originally. Only a yard. It'll be 4th down and 4, and that slip might have helped him. Helped out not picking up that first down. He did have a lane, would have to fought through a couple tacklers, but he was coming downhill.
Yeah, so we're going to see St. Mary's punt for the first time here tonight.
Well, we'll see. Cudre still out there. I'm assuming he's most likely their punter.
Dropping back, it looked like he was getting ready to punt. So, yes, he is. They're in a punting formation. But, again, with him as the punter, you got to be careful on this.
4th and 4. Cudre is in punt formation, and he will punt it away. Hensley's back, and he's going to let it go over his head. It takes a bounce, and he just falls on it. So, no harm, no foul there. And that's where DuBois will set up shop. 1st and 10 on their own 13-yard line. Another long field coming up for the Beavers, though.
Yeah, it was. One of the things I don't like to see, and that's just the inexperience of Hensley there. You don't want to touch that football. Just stay away from it. There's no sense in jumping on that football. It's not a live ball.
Yeah, hence that's no harm, no foul. But, yeah, you were certainly in the right mind there by saying that. That is no poison. No Peter, no whatever everybody likes to say to get away from a botched kick on the punt return unit. But, like we said, no harm, no foul. Beavers are set up shop here. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Henry is in the backfield, and they will give it straight ahead to Henry, and Henry is going to be stacked up. Gets a couple on the play. Grazioli on the stop. Looked like a good initial push, but the hole closed quickly on Henry.
Yes, it did. So he just basically was able to fall forward for 2 yards.
Getting down to about 5 minutes to go here in our 3rd quarter. We're heating up here, up in St. Mary's. 2 4-2 teams going at it. We're deadlocked at 20. 2nd and 8 for the Beavers. 2 receivers each side. Henry is in the backfield. Here's the snap. Hayes is back. Hayes is looking. Hayes in trouble. Hayes running. Hayes got the edge. 25, 1st down. Hit out of bounds. They're not going to call that flag there, John, are they?
No, they're not calling that one. Nice run by Cameron Hayes, close to the 1st down. It is a 1st down.
Yeah, really the first time we've seen him use his feet in that capacity here tonight, and that is certainly a threat on every play. Got to give a shout-out to that offensive line. The pass pro is looking pretty good tonight for the most part. That needs to continue. need to continue to make plays. Of lately, it's been the sophomore Nathan Koger. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, 1st and 10. It's going to be Hayes keeping behind his blockers, reversing field. Here goes Hayes, and he's just stacked up. Too many blue jerseys. Logan Mosier getting in on the action on defense. Maybe a yard on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd and 9.
Yeah, Mosier back in the game defensively here. Good scramble by Cameron Hayes, but really a lot of running around to gain a yard.
Yeah, that was a design quarterback run all the way there. St. Mary's is loading the box. They're not showing the safety right now. They haven't on the last few plays.
So this is where you want to go downfield with it.
Take a shot at him. It's paid off already. 2nd and 9. Trips to the right. They're going to try another screen with Clark. Here goes Clark trying to set it up and just nowhere to go. Nowhere to go. Not spacing the field enough for that for that play call, John. Everything's too bunched up there. Clark is the number 1 receiver out there, and he's not even getting wide of the numbers. So that's where that action is playing. You're telling your linebackers they don't have to go very far to make a play, and your defensive end doesn't have to go very far to make a play. So just too many bodies for DuBois to block there. So it's going to bring up, he did get a yard, 3rd down and 8 here. So we're going to need Cameron once again.
Yeah, there was no blocking out in front of him. There's nowhere to go with that football. You need to put that one downfield a little bit.
2 receivers each side on the 3rd down. Here's a snap. Hayes is rolling left. Hayes fires, throws, and it's in and out of his wide-open receiver's hands, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, the DuBois is going to have to punt here. Again, rolling to his left. That's a tough throw. That's one that has to be caught.
It has to be caught. I'm not sure. Momentum was taking him back, in front of the stick, so we might even have been looking at a 4th and 1 there regardless if he can't stay and bounce there and get upfield. He certainly had time to, but it just depending on where that throw is going to eventually lead him, and it looked like he just had too much momentum going to that sideline. He was probably going to be short of it anyways. So Garrett Nissel back out. Chadsley and Davis back deep. Probably want to keep it away from them. It's a good snap. Kick is up, and it's a high, deep one. Chadsley calls for the fair catch at about the 39-yard line, but they'll mark it at the 40. What do I know, John? We're going to take a short break here with 2:58 to go. Deadlock at 20 here. Listening to DuBois High School Football in Bigfoot Country.
DuBois High School Football in Bigfoot Country brought to you by Nexter Bank, your community bank. Liberty Boulevard, DuBois. Proud to support our student athletes. Visit us at www.nexterbank.com. By Hoffer Realty Associates, your real estate center for the DuBois area. Serving DuBois, Treasure Lake, and surrounding areas. Good Luck Beavers. By Tri-County Performance. Tri-County Performance, Beaver Drive, DuBois, your Western snowplow dealer in DuBois, and proud to support our local athletes.
Welcome back to Dutch Country Stadium, folks. Kudre back on 1st down, throws over the middle, incomplete, nowhere near. I believe intended target was Rice, but DuBois did a good job in coverage there. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, good pressure on Kudre at that point. He just really threw it at the receiver's feet.
Yeah, and we talked about that being a key for this DuBois defense this second half. Create pressure with 4. Be disruptive. Let him get that ball out of his hands quick for a chance of these DBs to jump one. Single back set here. 3 receivers to the right. Davis behind Kudre under center. They're going to throw a screen out to Mudger. He's going to look to throw it wide open if he can get it there. And his pass is caught. I will tell you what, man. So close to a sack and so close to a pick, but DuBois just wasn't quite getting there. That ball was left short of right to his way behind the defense. Good dial up there by St. Mary's. But the pressure in Mosher's face made him throw it short, but still, it's got there, of course, just enough. Made a diving catch for it, coming back to the ball, right over the head of Hansley, and I mean just right out of his outstretched arm.
Yeah, 3 defenders there looking at the ball instead of covering the receiver. The receiver got behind 3 DuBois defenders.
34-yard game, ball's on the 28-yard line. Here's a snap. They're going to fling it out for a screen. It's Davis. Davis got some room. Davis is upended by Ben Hickman. Pretty good job there defensively by DuBois to string that out. Gain of 4. Going to bring up 2nd down and 6.
Yeah, another good play by St. Mary's. There was only really one defender who was being blocked. Fought off the block to make the tackle.
And Logan Mosher is out there at receiver. Was out there on defense as well. Under 2, 145 in counting here. Trips to the right for Kudre. Davis takes a step up as the up back. Here's the snap. They're going to toss it to Davis, and Davis is going to be dropped. Did that shuffle pass again. And Landon Schrock was there on the stop, and Landon Schrock slow to get up, but looks like he's all right. So another loss on the play for this DuBois defense. Loss of 1. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 7. Officials timeout. They're checking on Landon Schrock. If it's a head injury, I'm assuming that's why they're probably
and I don't get that. It didn't look like it was a head injury. It looked like he was it was having a hard time getting up on his feet. I don't think he got hit in the head. But they're making him come out for at least one play.
So nonetheless, that checks in James Becker to the game. 3rd and 7. Trips to the right for Kudre. Ball's on the 24. They're going to toss it out to Davis. Here goes Davis outside. Davis got the first down and more. Here goes Davis inside the 10. And they just had the Beavers defense outflanked again, getting a hat on a hat. And St. Mary's looking to take the lead here as we're getting down to the end of this 3rd quarter. 41.4, and we're rolling. Cameron Hayes on the stop. It's going to be 1st and goal from the 8. Let's see if the DuBois defense has a big stop in them here in the closing seconds of the 3rd quarter. Deadlocked at 20. 2 receivers each side for Kudre. And Kudre gets the DuBois defense to jump. That's going to be 5 yards on them and make this a much more manageable go-to-go situation. They'll move it up half the distance to the 4.
Yeah, 3-yard penalty.
Looks like Kudre is just going to watch that clock roll. It's under 10, and St. Mary's will flip ends, and we will have 1st and goal when we start our 4th quarter. Ladies and gentlemen, do not go everywhere. Someone is going to be 5-2 after this game, and we are going to have an exciting finish to end our evening here. But we got 12 minutes to go, so make sure you come on back. DuBois High School Football in Bigfoot Country.
DuBois Beaver High School football in Bigfoot Country is brought to you by DWC Express Care. For all your express and employer health needs, Watson Highway DuBois, proud supporter of our local athletics. Abraxas Youth and Family Services in Marionville, changing behavior, changing lives. Help change lives at Abraxas Youth and Family Services, proud supporter of DuBois High School football. The DuBois Area United Way. You can be on the team to help the less fortunate in our area. With your help, the DuBois Area United Way is meeting the needs of the area's nonprofit agencies. Go Beavers.
And welcome back to St. Mary's. The 4th and final quarter of this conference matchup is about to get underway. 1st and goal from the 4-yard line for the Dutchmen, looking to take the lead here. They've had the lead most tonight, and it's the Beavers who's been answering the call. Of late, a Garrett Nissel pick 6 is what tied it. That's where we're at now, but St. Mary's is on the doorstep. Kudre coming up under center. Davis is behind him. He's the lone single back, 2 receivers each side. Kudre, he's just going to take it straight ahead, and I believe he's right in the end zone. That was nothing but Kudre and his center. Caught the DuBois defense off guard. Beautiful play call. Touchdown. St. Mary's back on top.
Yeah, good quarterback. A good call by St. Mary's. Looks like the DuBois defender is down on the play.
And that is not good. I believe that is Zach Gallagher. So while we attend to him, we're going to take a short break here, but I believe Zach Gallagher is down on the field, and that would be just an absolute backbreaker. Both sides of the ball for this DuBois team. So we'll get right back, and hopefully he can get back up on his power. Come on back. DuBois High School Football in Bigfoot Country.
DuBois Beavers High School Football in Bigfoot Country is brought to you by DeLulo Transport, a family-owned and operated company providing reliable transportation services with headquarters in DuBois. If you're interested in joining the DeLulo team, call 814-503-4131. Stop by the office, 349 DuBois Street, or visit DeLuloTransport.com. DuBois Burger King. Visit DuBois Burger King for a hot and delicious sausage or bacon, egg, and cheese croissant sandwich. Get 2 for just $5. Bloom Electric Heating, Plumbing, and Air Conditioning, providing sales and service to both residential and commercial businesses. When you call, we get moving. 814-375-0884. Let's go, Beavers.
We're back here in the Dutch Country Stadium. Here's Zach Gallagher finally showing some movement out there, but folks, it is not looking good for the heart and soul of this team. Now, we're talking about a guy who has started over 30, at the end of this season, started over 30 football games for this team. As he's getting to his feet now, it looks. So we'll talk a little bit more about it. We're going to take a short break real quick once again when they get him off the field. And we'll get back here for the PAT. Come on back. DuBois High School Football in Bigfoot Country.
Go Beavers! McDonald's in DuBois will be cheering on the Beavers all season long. Don't have time to run and get some food before the game? DuBois McDonald's McDelivery is on DoorDash. Have all your favorites delivered right to your doorstep. Download the DoorDash app and choose your McDonald's menu items for delivery. Simply pay and track your McDelivery order as it comes to you. Getting the food you crave delivered is a whole new way to love McDonald's. You can also grab a treat on your way to the game at your DuBois McDonald's off the Beeline.
Welcome back to Dutch Country Stadium. We are awaiting the PAT. Zach Gallagher did walk off on his own power. Looks like an upper body injury, maybe an arm or shoulder or an elbow or something like that. Not a lower body injury, which is a better sign. So hopefully he can get back to play tonight. We'll certainly need him. Both sides of the ball. High snap, but it's down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 11:54 to go in our contest here, your new score reads St. Mary's 27, DuBois 20. Come on back. DuBois High School Football on Bigfoot Country.
When plowing is your profession, it's up to you to keep the world moving through winter's worst. Less time worrying about your equipment is more time for clearing lots. So we'll cut to the chase. Only Western builds efficiency into every feature of our plows and spreaders. With more than 65 years of experience behind us, Western knows what it takes to take on all the depths of winter. More jobs done faster. See your local Western dealer, Tri-County Performance, Beaver Drive, DuBois.
And welcome back here up north in St. Mary's. 27-20 is your new score with 11:54 remaining in our contest here. Thanks to the late Charlie Coudray 4-yard touchdown run. A beautiful play, but can't help but to think everybody's thinking about on the DuBois side how Zach Gallagher is going to be. He's been a 3-year starter. He's just a junior. He has more ball to play left here. Looks like he's working on some snaps over there, so that's a good sign. Here we go. Taken by Clark, I believe, and here goes Clark taking it from left to right, following in flocks. Here goes Clark across the 40, and he's hit hard at about the 42. So Gallagher will remain sidelined. So that means Rylan Ridley is going to be your new center. We're thinking maybe the remainder of the game, but not 100% sure. Ridley is a senior. He's going to have to hold it down and fill Gallagher's shoes. That affects us on both sides of the ball, John. 2 receivers each side, 1st and 10 from the 43. DuBois needs to keep going. High snap is corralled, setting up the screen. Here goes Brendan Orr. Brendan Orr cutting it right, got some room to run, and he's caught from behind. And I'll tell you what, the big fella saving a big gain. Alex Lukashunas on the stop. Big boy, let's get his credentials there. 5'8" senior, 220. Looks a lot bigger than that from up here.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Good play. 6-yard gain on 1st down, 2nd down and 4. 2 receivers each side. Bryson Delaney checks into the game for the first time tonight for DuBois. Here we go, straight ahead with Yale, and he's dropped in the backfield. That was a blitz. No one picked him up, and once again, Lukashunas on the stop, lost it 2. It's going to bring up 2nd down, 3rd down and 6.
He met the running back shortly after he took possession of the football. You don't want to see him back in that backfield that quickly.
Yeah, they tried the counterplay coming back. Yale was lined up on the left side, and they tried to come back to the left. No one got a hand on Lucas Schunas. Disruption. 3rd down and 6. DuBois needs to keep things going here. Yale's in the backfield. Here's the snap. Hayes looking. Hayes in trouble. Hayes rolling left. He's going to fire, and his pass is in and out of the hand. Stoger had it, but it was disrupted by Mosher, and that's going to bring out the punting unit for the Beavers.
Yeah, 3-and-out's not the answer DuBois needed right here. They need to match them. They needed a long, sustained drive to go down and score some points.
Yep, and you're looking at the DuBois defense tonight. You know, they've made plays, had a couple things, go against them, some penalties and such. A couple lucky plays, it seems, on the St. Mary's side. But, yeah, that was not the drive you wanted for DuBois, and now you're relying on your defense. You can't get behind 2 scores now. Nissel in the punt. It's a good snap. His kick is up, and it's a liner. Chadley takes it at 20. The ball's down! The ball's down, and it's a fight for it. It's going to depend who has it at the pile. Koger was there. Let's see if he comes up with it. Be a huge play. And the St. Mary's falls on it. Oh, it was bobbled by Chadley. Koger was there.
Yeah, Chadley jumped on it. He recovered his own fumbles. Oh, man.
Opportunity miss. We talked about maximizing opportunities tonight. That is probably one DuBois is going to want back there, John.
Yeah, definitely. And again, you got to have some turnovers. I think that was one of the keys for DuBois coming in. If they got some turnovers, they had a pretty good chance of winning this football game. That was one they missed.
50-50 ball awareness. You gotta be aware at all times. Gotta make those plays. 1st and 10 at the 22 for Kudre. He's back. He pump fakes, throws, middle of the field, has rights. Up to the 39-yard line. Pick up a 16, and Kudre once again over the middle. And we can't stress enough, DuBois has to keep St. Mary's out of the end zone here.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was wide open up the middle. They need to tighten things up. Somebody needs to jump around here pretty quick.
Not sure if they need to switch it up, but the zone coverage, there are holes all through that secondary right now. Need to shirt things up. Don't know if they need to switch coverage or what. 2 receivers each side. Looks like they are manned up. Now the defenders are backing off. Here's the snap. They're going to try the screen. Kodre in trouble. Throws. That is picked up. And I believe it's picked off. Is it picked off by DuBois? It is. The ball is batted around. Devin Zeleda picks it off. Ben Hickman got a hand on it, batted it right into the hands of Zeleda. And the DuBois offense is set up here with a chance to tie this game. Unbelievable. This defense, John, time and time again.
Answered the call right there. Like I said, turnovers are going to be a key. That was a huge turnover right there.
Big time. 1st and 10 from the 40. Pistol set. Henry is behind Hayes. Yale is your up back. Here we go. Hayes on the rollout. Hayes looking, fires. How does man Delaney get his first varsity reception in a big moment? First of the year for the junior Delaney. Might be just short of the marker. Gain of 8. It's going to be 2nd down and 2, but well on schedule for the Beavers. Just do not go backwards. Have to continue to go in forward. Can't afford backwards plays right now, John.
Yeah, a nice play on 1st down. 7 to 8 yards on 1st down makes 2nd down a lot easier.
Here we go. Hickman in motion with a pistol set. They're going to go. First back through is Henry. He's met, and he might lunge forward for that 1st down. No, they're marking him 3rd down already. If I was Cameron Hayes, I would just come right out here, getting that fullback, that full house backfield set, and just lunge forward for this. If I was DuBois, I would not attempt to turn around and hand this ball off.
No, but he's going in a shotgun.
Yeah, I don't like this, John.
Under center, within center. That's the only thing I can think.
Sweep is there on the edge. They're going to bring Hayes around on the edge. He throws, has his man, and Clark, he's got him. Brought down by Mosher, but a good play call on 3rd down. It's Hayes using his arm, finding Caden Clark in the flat for a 1st down, gain of about 8. But DuBois moves the chains. Cameron Hayes staying calm and collected here late in this one. 8 minutes to go.
He was, and the sure-handed Caden Clark comes through.
And he is becoming sure-handed. Pistol set once again. Hickman in motion, right to left. Here's the snap. They give to Yale. Yale cuts it up. Dalton Yale, his best run of the evening. Across the 15 near the 11. I believe we have another DuBois first down, and it is. Ball will be on the 11. We can move the chains once more. But the Beavers are on the move, 7:38 and counting.
Yes, they are. Here, they need to punch it in the end zone right here, get the score tied up again.
Here we go. St. Mary's substituting defensively. Pistol set. Here we go. Hickman once again coming from left to right in motion. They're going Yale. He's coming left. Dalton Yale cutting it up. Still on his feet to the 5. Solid gain on first down. Maybe a gain of 6 or 7. We'll call it 6. It's going to be second down and 4. Like I said, DuBois can get a first down just inside the 2-yard line. So if they get to the 1, they have a fresh set of downs. Do not have to score. 6:45 and counting. DuBois taking their time to get the right play call in. 10 seconds on the play clock. Hickman again. In motion. They're going straight ahead. Henry tries to bounce it out, and he can't get anywhere. Nowhere to go. No gain on the play. It's going to bring up third down and 6.
Yeah, there that play I would have liked to have seen Cameron Hayes roll out. It was wide open on the right side. He could have gotten the corner pretty easily.
Yeah, but I think right now, you're certainly 4-down territory. You have to put this ball in the end zone here. Time's dwindling. You're running out of possession. We're getting down to about 6 minutes to decide this District 9 Region 1 matchup. DuBois trails by 7. 2 receivers each side. Hayes tries the hard count. Now he looks to change the play. He's got what he wants. 2 receivers each side to snap. He's rolling right. Stop, fires, clogs, a touchdown, DuBois! Hayes drags the needle. Mosier broke on it, but he got it by him. 4-yard touchdown, Hayes to Clark, and another important extra point coming up, but this DuBois offense doing everything. That was the question. Can this DuBois offense complement that run game? If it's not working, can they move the ball through the air? Those questions are answered tonight. Guys are making play. Caden Clark with his 3rd receiving touchdown of the year.
Yeah, and that's where that strong arm of Cameron Hayes comes in handy. He fired a bullet right past Mosier, and again, sure-handed Caden Clark touchdown beat.
Caught it with his hands as well. Huge extra point here. It's a good snap. It's a good hold, and the kick is up, and it is good. 5:49 to go, and we have a doozy brewing here. 27 all. St. Mary's and DuBois tied. Come on back. DuBois High School football in Bigfoot Country.
Hi, it's Mike from DeLulo Transport and DuBois. DeLulo Transport has immediate openings for full-time and part-time non-CDL drivers for our FedEx division. These are local, home daily package delivery positions that service the Brockway, Brookville, Bridgeway, and St. Mary's areas. Applicants must be 21 years of age, and all training will be provided. If you're interested in joining our team, give us a call, 814-503-4131. Stop by the office at 349 DuBois Street, or find us at delulotransport.com.
Cameron Hayes finds Caden Clark tippy-toe in on the sideline in the end zone from 4 yards out, and we are deadlocked at 27. The Beavers answer once again, and they're doing it on both sides of the football night, both sides of the ball helping each other out.
Yeah, absolutely, and this is what we needed to see from DuBois. Offensively, they're starting to get the ball rolling. Momentum maybe shifting towards DuBois at this point. Well, let's hope so.
Yeah, back in the hands of our defense, and you mentioned it before we went to our last break there. What I loved about Cameron Hayes on that play, did his play fake, he set his feet, he saw what he wanted, he didn't hesitate, planted that back foot, and he threw a rifle right on the money. Cole McAllister's approach, and he's a high end over ender, a little shorter this time, taken by Davis. It's actually Muff. He picks it up at about the 14. Here he goes, and he's going to be breaking a couple tackles. Could have been brought down to the 20, gets up to the 25, brought down by Carter Wilson, and that's where Kudre and this St. Mary's offense will get back to work. And it's been a shootout of lately here. The big pick 6 to tie it at 20. The DuBois defense, once again, getting another turnover for them, and they're turning it into points. So here we go. Now it's all about covering these guys on the edge. Mosier is in the game. He's to the right, 2 receivers each side. Mosier and Wright's to the right. Chadsley on the left. Davis in the backfield. Here's a snap. They're going to give it to him. Davis, and he's going to be met Jaree Stowe, Dalton Yellen on the spot. Short gain, 2nd and 9 upcoming.
Yeah, maybe a gain of 1 on that play. DuBois did a great job defensively of closing that hole right away.
Yeah, big 3 and out here would be huge for this defense. You give yourself plenty of time, and then we can methodically do what we like to do on offense, take what the defense gives us. We might be a long ways from that. This St. Mary's offense has been clicking. 2nd down and 9. Here we go. Need some pressure. Here's the snap. Kudrate's back. He's going to throw over the middle. Wide open is Chadsley. Clark is there. Can't make the tackle. Chadsley still going out of bounds at about the 45 of St. Mary's. And not sure if we had a slip there, but just wide open in the flat.
That's just pitch and catch. He's just holding up right in the middle of that zone. There's nobody around him.
Yeah, it can't be that.
Yeah, you can't let it be that easy.
Yeah, and it can't be that easy. It can't be because Kudrate, he's going to hit that every single time. Falls on the 45-yard line, 1st and 10. 45 of St. Mary's. Trips to the right. At his rights, Chadsley and Mosier. Here's the snap. They're going to go Davis again, and Davis is wrapped up in the backfield. Garrett Nissel got there first. DuBois taking care of the run game right now. Need to work on the back end. Loss on the play, 2nd and 11.
Yeah, they're going to make him beat him with the pass, but they've got to watch that zone because Kudrate will pick that apart.
Cameron Hayes out at corner on Mosier. Brendan Orr lined up on Chadsley in the slot. Hansley is hovering over right. Trips to the right. Here's the snap. Kudrate back. Kudrate looking middle. It's Chadsley again. And a defender fell down. Got to stay on your feet. Hansley was coming up to make a play on that. He lost his feet.
Yeah, I think he was trying to dive and knock that ball down, but it got behind him.
Gain of 15, moving into DuBois territory. 1st and 10. 4 minutes to go. DuBois needs to come up with another stop here. St. Mary's is taking their time.
Clock's in St. Mary's favor right now.
Yep, clock.
Methodical drive. They can leave DuBois with basically no time left on the clock.
Clock is becoming a factor. Here's the snap. Kudrate pump fake throws over the middle. Mosier screenplay. He's got room to run and plenty of it. Mosier cutting back. Brought down by Yale, but it's another chunk play and a 1st down at the 25-yard line at DuBois. 3:30 and go. I'm not sure why the chains aren't set yet, so I'm not sure why the clock's running. That clock just ran the whole time for the change to get set. So DuBois just lost about 15 to 20 seconds. .310 and counting. Kudrate under center with 3 receivers to the right. Tries the hard count. They're going to give it to Davis straight ahead. Davis finding a hole. Wilson on the stop along with Stowe.
I think DuBois needs a turnover here. That's about the only chance they're going to have any type of clock left in this game.
St. Mary's methodically moving down, taking their time. 2nd and 3. Can this defense come up with another big play? Kudrate under center. They're going to toss it to Davis coming left. Davis with room to run. He's going to be breaking tackles. Still going is Davis. 10-5, and he's going to take it in for a touchdown. And right now, they just opposing their will on the DuBois defense that drive, John. That's all that was. That was grit and toughness. DuBois unable to answer. He broke at least 3 tackles on that. Guy's got to be tired, so that's just shame on DuBois.
It is. The only plus thing you could say is DuBois still has more than 2 minutes left to try to answer that question. A little bit longer drive, and DuBois is really back against the wall.
Absolutely. You will take the quicker type scores, shaving about 3 total minutes off the clock, but giving DuBois a chance. A big extra point pending here. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and the kick is good with 2:15 remaining in our ball game. St. Mary's takes the late lead, 34-27 over our Beavers. come back for an exciting finish, folks. Listening to DuBois High School football in Bigfoot Country.
This is Bigfoot Country. WIFT DuBois Clearfield, WKFT Strattonville Clarion. This is Bigfoot Country. This is Bigfoot Country.
Hi, my name is Dan Richards, and I'm a physical therapist assistant at the brand new Radius Physical Therapy in DuBois. I speak for our entire staff when I say that we take pride in caring for the people of the Tri-County area. When you're in need of physical therapy, we can schedule you an appointment within 24 hours, and we promise to treat you like we would treat one of our own family members. So if you need physical therapy, stop by and see us in the Sandy Plaza near Hobby Lobby. Give us a call at Radius Physical Therapy, 814-913-0217, or check us out on the web at radiuspt.com.
Back here at Dutch Country Stadium here, 34-27. Davis found the end zone from about 20 yards out is your late score to take that score to 34-27. And that could be all that St. Mary's needs. But DuBois still has a shot here. They've been answering all night. Cameron Hayes and company needs to do it one more time. Paul's approaching, and he sends a low liner. Pick it up and get what you can. Still fumbling for it. Clark, here he goes. And I'll tell you what, DuBois not being able to pick up that ball easily, lost them probably 5 to 10 yards in field position there. You got to be able to field that ball.
Yeah, and then unbelievably, that was Caden Clark. He just couldn't quite get it from his ankles.
Yeah, those are key moments and the waning moments you need. All the time you have and all the yards you have, all the field position you can. But we're going to have a shot here, and it's going to have to come from the offense. Trailing by 7, 34-27. Is your score. Cameron Hayes in the gun, 2 receivers each side. Officials are holding up the game for I don't know why. But here we go. We're ready. DuBois still has all 3 timeouts. Koger coming in motion. They're going to try to set up the screen. It's not there. Hayes is just going to have to try to make something happen on his zone, and he's going to get dropped for a loss. They tried to set up the screen. We got flags down, so that's going to stop the clock. And I didn't see, so we're going to have to wait this penalty. The flags have not been in favor of DuBois. So we're going to have to see here. Unsportsmanlike conduct against the defense. Personal foul, you're right, John. So that's going to give DuBois 15, and that is a huge penalty after we took the sack there on first down.
Yeah, absolutely. It gives a little bit of life to DuBois. You needed those gains on first down with a little bit of a clock moving. Now that stops the clock with a penalty. First down, Beavers.
Much needed penalty. The clock will roll on the ready for play, and we are, and it's rolling. 1:50 to go. Hayes is tying his shoe like we can't do this right now. You got to be kidding me.
You can't.
Make sure your shoe is tied, man. Come on. 1st and 10. From the 47. Here's Hayes. He's back. Hayes looking, under trouble, stepping up. Hayes, room to run. Now he's cutting back. Hayes reversing his fields again, stopping again, and he's going to take a loss, I believe. Now we have a lineman down. Clock's going to stay running. Now it's stopped for an injury timeout. Not sure who's down, but while we sort it out, we'll take a short break here. 1:21 to go. DuBois needs to score here. Come on back, DuBois High School football in Bigfoot Country.
When plowing is your profession, it's up to you to keep the world moving through winter's worst. Less time worrying about your equipment is more time for clearing lots. So we'll cut to the chase. Only Western builds efficiency into every feature of our plows and spreaders. With more than 65 years of experience behind us, Western knows what it takes to take on all the depths of winter. More jobs done faster. See your local Western dealer, Tri-County Performance, Beaver Drive, DuBois.
Welcome back here to Dutch Country Stadium. There's another lineman for DuBois down, and, that aspect is going from bad to worse here for DuBois. Already lost Zach Gallagher. He will not be able to return in this one. He is in a sling. And now our left tackle, one of our better linemen, Brock Nesselhoff is down on the ground. Looks like he's grabbing his shoulder as well, and he's still down. So we'll take another short break and come on back for the finish of this one here in District 9, Region 1. Listening to DuBois High School Football in Bigfoot Country.
Honey, don't you think it's time you got that elbow checked out?
I don't have time to wait for hours.
What about DWC Express Care?
Who?
DWC Express Care in DuBois.
Personal treatment without the long wait. DWC Express Care on Watson Highway in DuBois provides care for aches, pains, sprains, strains, cuts, colds, and more, along with COVID testing, sports physicals, blood work, plus so much more. They accept most insurance, too. DWC Express Care on Watson Highway in DuBois. And find them on Facebook. DWC Express Care, where they care about you.
Welcome back to Dutch Country Stadium. Nesselhoff is walking off on his own power, but he is holding that shoulder, and now DuBois will take a timeout. Yep, the clock will continue rolling, so they will have 2 remaining, and we will take another short break here. So come on back, DuBois High School Football in Bigfoot Country.
Out-of-town guests coming in for a reunion, celebration, or family function? Make them feel at home at the DuBois Hampton Inn. Group rates are available for your guests, and a clean, comfortable room is a promise. Meeting and banquet rooms are available. Enjoy the indoor pool, and we have wireless internet, too. Start your day right with Hampton's free hot breakfast. Call us 814-375-1000. That's 814-375-1000. The DuBois Hampton Inn. We love having you here.
2nd and 10 for the DuBois Beavers. 1:21 on the clock. It'll start on the snap, and the Beavers need to cover 53 more yards. They're on the 47, their own 47, 2 receivers each side. Hayes needs to push his ball downfield. Wasn't ready for the snap, but he has it. He's in trouble. He throws middle. Has his man Hickman. 35. Tackled by Davis. And it's a first down in the St. Mary's territory. They're going to spot the ball on the 35-yard line. DuBois is moving quickly. Clock is stopped, and now it is rolling as the chains are set. Here we go. Hayes in the gun. Looking, still looking. Now he's rolling. He throws, and his pass is incomplete. So we got the clock stopped, and the clock's still rolling. Not sure why the clock's rolling. You have to stop the clock. The clock is still running. That is unbelievable. They better give us about 10 seconds back on that clock, John. That is unbelievable. If that's so, that it cost us about 30 seconds when they didn't decide to stop the clock on the set of chains.
That's why. They called it a complete pass.
But still, if he was out of play, he's out of bounds, the clock needs to stop. So completed pass, 8 yards, 2nd and 2. Hayes is back. Hayes is looking. Hayes, who's going to fire over the middle and is out of his intended receiver's hands. It was Koger. We got the clock stopped with 40.6. So here we go, folks. We're in for an exciting finish here. So to give you what actually happened on that last play, because, we were a little confused, couldn't really see. I didn't see the completion, but it was completed for about 8 yards on the right sideline. A heck of a throw by Hayes to put that Ronnie Clark to make a catch. And it was a nice catch by Clark. 3rd and 3. Here we go. Hayes in the gun. He's back. Rolling right in trouble. Can't take a sack, and that ain't good. Throws it right out of bounds. That's going to be a flag. It should be. Didn't make the line of scrimmage. Should be intentional grounding. Cameron Hayes, that was not at all a smart decision. I'm not sure why that's not intentional grounding.
They fumbled it out of bounds.
But a near impossible play, and the absolute last thing you can do there.
Yeah, absolutely. It would have pushed him back further, but...
So, even though he got rid of the ball and threw it out of bounds, they still gave him the loss. So if he did get rid of that ball, I'm not sure why they didn't take it back to the previous spot. Game's on the line here. Here we go. Hayes is back. Hayes is looking. Fires over the middle. Hickman incomplete. And that is how this game is going to end, folks. And a kind of an ugly way for this game to end. Questionable calls by the officials for sure. Some, clock management scenarios by them, not helping out the Beavers, but they're going to fall here tonight to St. Mary's. A well-fought effort. St. Mary's just able to make a couple more plays tonight, John.
Yeah, that's what it comes down to. St. Mary's just made a few of those big plays to go ahead. DuBois did show that they can somewhat, handle adversity. They tied the score up later in the game, but unfortunately couldn't come out with a win.
Yeah, and Hayes there, he had a really nice game. Made a lot of great decisions, put the ball on the money. He really, in my eyes, he played his best game tonight from the quarterback decision, but when we needed him the most there to make a big-time play or at least a big-time decision to set us up on that fourth down, he lost us about 17 yards there on 3rd down and 3. And once again, I'm not sure if he had to have stepped out of bounds there. He got rid of the ball. He threw it out of bounds. So if they didn't give him intentional grounding, that ball should have came back to the original spot. But there was no flag thrown, so it wasn't intentional grounding. So I'm not sure that ball didn't come back to be 4th and 3. But the clock has struck 0 here, and that is our final score. St. Mary's 34, DuBois 27. We'll talk a little bit more about it when we come back after a short break. But that is your final. St. Mary's 34, DuBois 27. Listen to high school football in Bigfoot Country.
Hi, my name is Dan Richards, and I'm a physical therapist assistant at the brand new Radius Physical Therapy in DuBois. I speak for our entire staff when I say that we take pride in caring for the people of the Tri-County area. When you're in need of physical therapy, we can schedule you an appointment within 24 hours, and we promise to treat you like we would treat one of our own family members. So if you need physical therapy, stop by and see us in the Family Plaza near Hobby Lobby. Give us a call at Radius Physical Therapy, 814-913-0217, or check us out on the web at radiuspt.com.
Need new flooring? Jim Celabuto's Everything Underfoot's warehouse sale is underway now. Clearance prices on waterproof vinyl, waterproof thick flooring, carpet, all on sale. Remnants are buy one, get one free. Installed carpet is on sale. Buy now, install early next year. Stop or call for details. Only the very best flooring and tile and expert installation and customized service. That's why your friends and family buy at Everything Underfoot. Call or stop in soon. Jim Celabuto's Everything Underfoot, Beaver Grove, Beaver Drive, DuBois.
Are you happy in your current job? Or maybe thinking for a change? Then why not work for a company that actually cares about you? DeLulo Transport is looking for full-time and part-time Class A drivers and owner-operators. Local drivers get home every day, and regional drivers are home through the week and every weekend, and can now earn $80,000 to $100,000 per year, plus a generous benefits package. DeLulo Transport is big enough to deliver, but small enough to care. Give us a call, 814-503-4131. Stop by our office at 349 DuBois Street, or find us at delulotransport.com.
And welcome back here to Dutch Country Stadium here as DuBois has just lost a heartbreaker to St. Mary's Dutchmen, 34-27. And we'll see their record of 5-2. DuBois will fall to 4-3 and fall in the standings. And if they don't get back on track here, they're going to keep falling in them standings. Got Central Clarion next week, Montauk and Holdisburg to finish up. So a couple of big-time conference games. They just need one more win to become playoff eligible. Should be pretty doable, but 2 losses in a row for the DuBois team.
Yeah, you need a win here to get back on track. DuBois did play a very solid football game. So I do think they have some good momentum going forward, even though they didn't come out ahead today.
Yeah, and DuBois did play well. They were there this whole game. Like you said, they fought through some adversity. They scored 2 different times and got right back in the game. The defense did what they needed to do, being opportunistic, creating turnovers in the offense. Capitalized on those turnovers. Just a lack of plays being made. There was some more drops tonight, some bad decisions late. And the winning moments, those are huge. And Charlie Kudre, hats off. He was pretty lights out tonight.
Yeah, they are a big play offense. St. Mary's, hats off to them. They played very well. Again, Logan Mosier, I think they were trying to keep him out most of the game, hoping this would be an easy win for them. But once the game got pretty tight, they wanted to put him back in this game to make sure they came out here with a win.
Yeah, and you saw him get more action, in the winning moments, in the most important situations in the game. It's not like DuBois didn't make plays tonight offensively, because they did. And, they made more plays than they have in the past this year. So they just need to build on it, get back into practice. And, the big thing is now is just, staying positive, staying focused on the goal, and that's to keep winning these games the rest of the way. But it's going to be tough. We've got Central Clarion and the undefeated Wildcats coming into EJ Mansell Stadium next week. So that's 7 o'clock kickoff as always, and that's what we'll be, John. We'll be on the call.
Yep, can't wait to see it. Can't wait to do it. And again, they played very solid tonight. They in a close game, a lot of positives moving forward.
Yep, absolutely. And we mentioned we will be back in action next week against the undefeated Central Clarion Wildcats, and a big opportunity for the Beavers to get a big-time win and get that 5th win to become playoff eligible. And that is all the time we have for tonight. Your final score, St. Mary's 34, DuBois 27. You've been listening to DuBois High School Football on Bigfoot Country.